second time for the start of the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Penn State, they elect to kick this off. It'll be Gabriel Nwosu kicking this off here, and let's have a fantastic time. Remember, everyone, I will only be answering questions after the breaks that are going on, where we'll have ad breaks while they have commercial breaks, so much shorter commercial breaks than what's going on the TV screen, and after that I will answer questions. Gabriel Nwosu kicks it off, and here we go for Boise State. So Boise State has Ashton Jeanty at running back, Heisman runner-up. I thought he should have won the award, but that's just my personal opinion. Number 2, he's averaging nearly 200 rushing yards per game, 12 rushes of 50-plus yards, and he has almost 30 rushing touchdowns. Just an absolutely insane player, Ashton Jeanty is. And Boise State's going to go tight here. Matt O'Madsen is under center. Jeanty just standing back there. They motion in, I believe, Latrell Caples. They do run Jeanty, and he doesn't go anywhere right there. Stopped by Penn State. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Boise State 25-yard line. I was behind, so just had to update some things there. First down for Boise State, gain of 13. That right there is Boise State's Prince Strachan, their wide receiver X. Nice pass there by Ashton Jeanty. Beautiful throw. And Jeanty runs for about a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from about the 40 of Boise State. Madsen back to pass, and he throws a catch down to the Penn State 35. Gain of 24 yards right there. And wow, we're getting concurrent viewers in here. Remember, again, everyone, to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be active in the live chat. Thank you. They're showing Abdul Carter right now on the screen. Madsen's back there in the shotgun with Jeanty. Motions out number 80 for Boise State, and they're going to run Jeanty again, and he only gets about a gain of 1 out to the Penn State 33-yard line right there. So it will be 3rd and long right there. Motioned out number 80 for Boise State is Cameron Bates, 3rd-string wide receiver F, the slot man. This Penn State defense and really team overall starts slow in the opening series in the scripted drive, so I'm very curious to see if they can get an early stop here, force Boise State into a long field goal or a punt. And it is going to be a screen pass to Jeanty, and Jeanty breaks a tackle, keeps going, and drives all the way out inside the Penn State 30 to the Penn State 28. So it will be 4th and 2. Could have been a TFL for Penn State, but instead they were able to, Boise State and Ashton Jeanty able to break several tackles and get into a position where they could try to go for it, but they are going to elect to kick a field goal here, and that will be Jonah Dolmas coming out, their kicker and also kickoff specialist for Boise State. It will be from the 28, so a 45-yard attempt for Dolmas, and it's blocked. It's blocked by Penn State. So Penn State will take over on downs at their own 28-yard line. That was huge for Penn State right there. Huge stop. Snap was good. It was just blocked. Penn State's D-line is one of the best, if not the best, at getting leverage and penetration. And on special teams, they come up huge. So, right there. And we are at our first commercial break. So, I'm going to do something right here in terms of just better setting up the studio. So I'm just going to do that. I'll insert some ads, and we'll be right back, and I'll answer any questions. So, see you guys shortly. All right, we are back, everyone. So let me get to some questions or comments that you guys have right now. Armand Hammer blocked huge. Yes, yes, indeed, very much the case. Blocked right there by Penn State. Tyler Brown says the same thing. Huge block. Change into scarlet and gray, Sam, says Chris Lane. Well, you know what? I will say go Buckeyes on here. Hopefully the Rose Bowl is a good game. But nah, I gotta keep in the black or the white right here to make sure that I'm objective in these streams. KYCH 2008's over now, folks. Penn State will score. I don't know if I'd say it's over yet. Let's hold on right there. Connor, Penn State winning this game 35-17. And yeah, Gnome, thank you for saying you like the stream layout. So Penn State, guys, is back on offense here. You got Drew Aller out here. You have Tyler Warren motioning in. And they are going to start it with a handoff right there to Singleton, who gets out to about the 30. And that's really that. It's just a gain of 1.5, maybe gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 right there for the Nittany Lions, or for the Boise State Broncos, or for the Nittany Lions. I'm getting myself confused with this scoreboard. This scoreboard is from keepthescore.com. It's really nice and professionally laid out. We have 10 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter here. Aller back to throw, throws it out, and that is to number 85, Luke Reynolds for Penn State, the third string tight end right there. It'll be 3rd down and short right there for Penn State with about 9:50 left to go in the game. About 9:50 left. So 3rd and 2 will be from the Penn State 36. I imagine they run it. You have Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton in the backfield. Warren motions over, presumably as a blocker. Yes, he does motion over as a blocker, and Katron Allen gets all the way out to the Penn State 47 right there. It's about a gain of 11. First down for Penn State to extend the chains right there. As Penn State rushing offense, they lead the Big Ten in yards per carry on offense, averaging 5.3 yards per carry, which is 18th, and 201.2 rushing yards per game, which is 16th. And they only run it for 38 attempts. I mean, they're not quite Boise State's rushing offense, 6.1 yards per carry and 242.9 yards per game, but they're very good. A little bit of, I think, a trick play going on here originally, but then Drew Aller motioned right back in to his formation. Nicholas Singleton, it's just a handoff to him right up the gut, and he gets about a gain of 8 into Boise State territory. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the Boise State 47. And they will go a little bit up-tempo here. It is going to be another handoff, and that Penn State O-line, they are creating holes, gaping holes for Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen to burrow through. I mean, obviously they haven't busted out this massive run yet, but they're doing a pretty good job in my mind of getting initial push and guaranteeing about 4 yards at minimum for these Penn State running backs right here. 1st and 10 at the 44, 8:08 left in this football game here. Number 6 Penn State at 12-2 looks to move on to 13-2, beating number 3 Boise State coming off of that bye in 12-1. Handoff again, that is to Katron Allen, and Katron Allen gets all the way down to the Boise State 21-20. Again, this awesome Penn State rushing offense going up against a Boise State rushing defense that is just, it's not terrible, but it's suspect here. They allow 3.6 opponent yards per carry, 25th, and 112.5 rushing yards per game, which is 14th, and that's against mostly Mountain West competition. Penn State's played a tougher schedule. They're the more talented team, and they have the Big Ten's best rushing offense here. I mean, Penn State already has 45 rushing yards on 5 carries. Boise State needs to make an adjustment here. Aller is in a tight formation. Motions over his guy. It's another handoff to the other side to Katron Allen, and Katron Allen gets about a gain of 10 out to the Boise State 11. So now 55 rushing yards on 6 carries for the Nittany Lions, and Allen has 3 carries for 42 rushing yards here. Just nice job of running to different sides of the field. It is a bit of a trick play here, and Aller just throws it away. So 2nd and 10 from the 11 of Boise State. But yeah, they're moving the ball on different sides of the field in between different gaps, whether it's the guards, the tackles, or going outside the tackles. I like what I see from Penn State offensively so far. They're starting off fast, and that's what you want if you're Penn State right here. They're taking their time this time in the huddle with 6:47 left to go in the first quarter. Singleton is right behind Aller in the pistol, and it's going to be a play-action fake. Aller has all day to throw. He's going to lob it in the end zone. And is that a catch for Tyler Warren? Yes, it is. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Tyler Warren with another touchdown, and it is 6-0 pending the extra point for Penn State. I say another touchdown because he already has 6 on the year. That's his 7th and 12th overall on the season. I would have liked it to be thrown a tad bit earlier, but Warren got 1 foot in bounds, didn't quite get 2, so it wouldn't have been a catch in the NFL, but that's a catch that counts collegiately. Nice catch by Tyler Warren right there, ensuring that his foot is a few inches, if not like a half foot in bounds. And on 9 plays, 72 yards, 4 minutes and a second, Penn State gets in the end zone to go up 6-0, pending that extra point from Ryan Barker, and it's good. So Penn State 7, Boise State nothing, with 6 minutes 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Boise State will get the ball back with a chance to respond after a somewhat underwhelming first drive. You get down, you get into field goal range, you have an opportunity to take that lead, and Penn State just shows on that special teams play, we're superior to you in the trenches. And they show that as well on this drive where they could have kept running, and they would have gotten in the end zone. I mean, guys, right now, Penn State has 55 rushing yards on 6 carries for 9.2 yards per carry. Now, Boise State, I imagine, with Spencer Danielson, will try their best to make good adjustments, but we've talked about Eric Chenander before for Nebraska during his time. He's Boise State's DC right now. He's not an elite defensive coordinator. He is not Jim Knowles. He's not Jesse Minner. He's not Phil Parker. I wouldn't even say he's Tom Allen. He's not Mike Tressel. And I could go on and on and on. I mean, there's a reason why he was fired before the end of the 2022 season. And his defenses overall at Nebraska were pretty underwhelming. We'll get to some of your questions here shortly, but we are going to take another very brief just brief break right here, though I won't go off screen because I just don't have to. Everything's set up here. Guys, again, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's try and get this video up to 200 likes and like 500 concurrent viewers at some point. Thanks. Yeah, if you're on YouTube Premium, these don't affect you at all, but these will be over shortly, and then what will happen is I'll just answer some questions that you guys are sending me in the chat. So let's do that. Okay. So, some more statements here. Chris Lane, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it very much, and thank you for also being a moderator on College Football with Sam and helping us to root out bots in the comments. Okay, I'm rooting for Penn State. Oh, got to check my temperature. Yeah, it's James Franklin. It's James Franklin, and James Franklin is James Franklin, and he's hard to root for at times. Throwing on 1st and 10, yeah, little bit of a shocking decision in my mind from Kotelnicki, but hey, it paid off. Gnome, Boise State's D better show up or this is going to get ugly. I agree with that. A bad A Buckeye, it's going to be a long day. Yeah, there's a good chance of that. I mean, this Penn State team, this is one of the best teams, if not the best team that Franklin has had when they play to their ceiling. I really, really like this Penn State team, and am a huge fan of them. So, yeah, we're talking about the college football playoff right now, which just, needs reform right here. I'm very excited for the games tomorrow, though. Texas, Arizona State will be live for the Peach Bowl. Gabriel Nwosu kicks it off, by the way. Oregon, Ohio State, and the Rose Bowl will be live for, and will also be live for Notre Dame, Georgia. The Sugar Bowl at 8:45 p.m. So hit the notification bell, guys. Just do that. It's just that simple. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when we go live tomorrow, which is just going to be an awesome day. It's going to be very fun. So, they're going to do another commercial break. Wow, they're slimy. But we won't, because they're doing them kind of back-to-back in that very weird format. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, going for gold 85. Thank you for the $5 super chat. First 5 postseason matchups of the year. Big Ten 4-1 versus the SEC. Damn it, Iowa, your ability to troll this Husker fan needs to be studied at this point. Yeah. Ooh, it's just that right there is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Iowa, come on, guys. And they had it too. They were up 24-14. But Brett Bielema got in Shane Beamer's head. He worked him. He outcoached him. Lenora Sellers had a really off day. And I got to be honest, the most stark thing of these Big Ten SEC matchups is the Big Ten teams have won the trenches every single time strongly. I thought that Iowa pretty much obviously won the trenches against Missouri. Missouri just won the air. I think that Michigan defensively dominated Bama in the trenches. Bama's defense pretty much controlled Michigan in the trenches on that side, but Michigan won it overall. And I think Illinois on both sides of the ball kind of won the trenches a bit based off of what I watched. And for Ohio State, Tennessee, it was kind of the same thing. It was mostly Ohio State winning it through the air. They more so held up in the trenches, and I think at points, Tennessee actually won in the trenches, got 7 TFLs. Josh from College Football Nerds even said Tennessee won the trenches in that game. Ohio State just dominated through the air. But Ohio State still did, better than a lot of people expected in the trenches. And I think there is something to the notion that ever since, I believe, last year with Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, and now you're seeing it this season on a wider scale, that the Big Ten at the top is probably better, but this year, the Big Ten in the middle is winning these head-to-head games, which is pretty impressive. So thank you again, going for gold _85 for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Allen struggled in the second half of the season, peaking at the right time. He's looking great in these last few games. Yeah. Katron Allen, I think, is a very underrated running back. I thought he would be better than Singleton this year, but Singleton has been very elite when healthy. And yeah, going for gold, hats off to Missouri's true freshman kicker. He won them the game. He was absolutely incredible. All right. We're back, though, in this game. And right now, it is Matto Madsen and Ashton Jeanty in the pistol. They hand it off to Jeanty, and he's going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss by Denai Dennis Sutton. And what was insane about that play right there was he never had a chance, Jeanty did, unless he broke tackles. Why? Because Denai Dennis Sutton and Abdul Carter just immediately got around Cage Casey and Hall Schmidt, the tackles for Boise State. They just, the tackles here, ends here, whoop, boom, blown up. There's nothing Jeanty could do. Nothing. His O-line right now is not having a good time. 2nd and 12 from the Boise State 23 with 5:54 left. A little bit of a hold right there on Abdul Carter. That's going to be called, and Matto Madsen just has to kind of throw it away, and it's going to be thrown away. So there will be a holding call that'll make it 2nd and 22, or maybe they'll decline it, make it 3rd and 12. Flag on the play. Yep, it is a holding call. They're declining the penalty, so it'll be 3rd and 12. I just think that Franklin doesn't have faith in Boise State's passing offense, and I honestly understand that. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. Boise State, you got to get some offense going here because it looks like Penn State could begin to snowball this game very quickly. 3rd and 12, some substitutions were made. They're lining up Abdul Carter in like 9 tech. Wow. And they're double teaming him too. He gets through. Sutton gets through. And Matto Madsen tries to escape but gets sacked right there by Denai Dennis Sutton, Abdul Carter, Zane Durant, Devontae Thomas with pressure. It will be 4th down from their 18, so a 4th and 7 right there for Boise State. They'll have to punt this ball away. And they're stunting right here, where they're mixing up and they're confusing these offensive linemen who honestly gave him a little bit of time outside of Denai Dennis Sutton. And Dennis Sutton just blew up the right guard and right tackle for Boise State, which were their weaknesses. Hall Schmidt and Roger Carrion are on the weak side of their O-line, the right side. And false start. So it's going to be a 4th and 22. And a friend of the channel just announced that he is going big on Penn State. I think that his big bets are very much going to pay off based off of how this game is going very far. So 4th and 22 from their own 13. Boise State's going to punt it away. They get the punt off, and the punt, of course, is by James Ferguson Reynolds. It is fair caught by Zion Tracy, back up at the starter, actually, at the line position, Penn State's nickelback. Fair caught for Penn State, and they have the ball at about their own 45 right there. So good field position right now for Penn State, and we will be back. So, yeah. This is fun so far. This is really fun, guys. Thank you for making this stream enjoyable. Let's try and get up to 100 concurrent viewers at some point. Let's bump those likes up to 50 likes if we can before the half. Thank you for the super chats, and also thank you for the commentary. I very much do appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. So let's look at some comments here after a few commercials. Really, but I'm just going to be honest. Ads. Need the ad revenue to earn money on YouTube, but they won't be as long as the commercials that you're seeing on your TV screen if you're watching the game. They aren't. So, hey, Bald Father Bets, welcome in. Armand says, Houston, we have a problem. Yes, Boise State is a huge problem. Their O-line can't block, which is something that Landon Tengwall talked about. Former Penn State offensive lineman went down with an injury. he's getting his studies in media at Penn State, like broadcast media, I do believe. He's earned his degree. He talked about how Boise State's offensive line was going to struggle against this Penn State D-line. And I thought that Ashton Jeanty by now would make some things happen. It is still early. I do think he'll make something happen, even if it's just in garbage time. But Penn State's owning the line of scrimmage. It's obvious. I mean, it's why I picked Penn State to win by 21 points. Probably should have been more aggressive. My 45-24 Penn State predictions probably being too generous to Boise State. But we'll see. I did pick Penn State to basically double their spread total in their favor. Let me see. Mitch B, this is looking like murder. Yeah, there's a bloodbath in the Fiesta Bowl. Going for gold _85 at KYCH 2008. Something just feels right about a Notre Dame versus Penn State matchup in my head. Amen. That feels like a classic. You know, you got two blue bloods who have not been this high on the national stage in quite some time, and they're battling for a chance to go to the national championship. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. It's good for the sport of college football, too. We'll see if Notre Dame can beat Georgia. I was going to make a deep dive on it. Didn't have the time to at the end of the day. Figured it would be better to make sure that we got our own scoreboard on here and just better quality in the studio before, rushing something out like that. Also, Chris Lane, I already told you go Bucks. For George Francis, he says go Ducks, so I'm going to say go Ducks as well. But the game is back on already. So Drew Aller's going to run up the middle. Only got about a gain of 3. He didn't like what he saw. So we go from 1st and 10 from the Penn State 44 to 2nd and 7 from the Penn State 47. This is what I love about Drew Aller. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes because Penn State goes no huddle. And they are going to run to the right side of their O-line and pick up a gain of 10. They're in Boise State territory, and that was Katron Allen, who's become the bell cow of the offense so far in this game with over 50 total yards. It's not even the second quarter. We still have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, guys. And Penn State's already in Boise State territory for the second time. Looks like they're going to begin to wear down the clock. And these Boise State players look tired. They look confused. Tyler Warren's to the right side. Katron Allen is behind Drew Aller. They are going to hand it off, and he is going to pick up a gain of 6 out to the Boise State 38. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from there. Something that I love about Aller is how elusive and aware he is in the pocket. He senses pressure, immediately escapes and scrambles to pick up yards. None of those rushing yards of his are designed runs. Aller's going to go deep, though, taking a shot, and it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Omari Evans, number 5 for Penn State at the wide receiver Z, 38-yard touchdown reception. Boise State, they love to pressure. They love to send blitzes. You know what happens, though? They are outside the top 75 in yards allowed per pass attempt and yards allowed per completion. I can bring up those numbers right now. They allow 7.6 yards per pass attempt and 12.5 yards per completion. That's 82nd and 92nd, respectively. And they allow 256.6 passing yards per game, which is 113th. That right there, 13-0 Penn State. They're up early and they're up big. This looks like it is going to get ugly. And the extra point by Ryan Barker, while a little bit wobbly, is good. So 14-0 Penn State is our score right now. Beautiful if you're a Nittany Lion fan right there. And I see that we have some people piling in, some more concurrent viewers, so make sure to subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell. I'd appreciate that a lot because that way you'll get notified when we go live tomorrow. But he just carved through the zone right there. Carved right through it, Omari Evans did. You can clearly see that Penn State is not just more physical than Boise State. They're much faster than Boise State is. This is something that we talked about in our deep dive, that I think Penn State right now is better than the Oregon team that Boise State played in week 2. And I think we're seeing this bear out a bit. And Penn State, unlike their game against SMU, is starting off very quickly right here. This is the fastest start a Penn State offense has had since probably their game against Washington. So Good for Aller, good for Penn State. There is going to be no commercial break here from what I can tell, but maybe ESPN will jinx us like the idiots that they can be. Gabriel Nwosu will kick off from his own 35, and Boise State will see if they return it. We'll see if they elect to, nope, they just let it go out to the back of the end zone, and now Boise State has possession. Let's see what they will do. And now Nick Saban's doing a Verbo commercial. It's a short one, though, so we're not going to do anything for that. I love Saban in commercials. Like, he's just chef's kiss perfect. Not just a perfect college football commissioner. Not just a perfect college football head coach. He just feels trustworthy. And he's funny, too, in my mind. But Boise State has it 1st and 10 at their own 25. They need to get points here, preferably a touchdown. It's going to be a quick pass from Madsen to his tight end right there. Actually, no, his wide receiver, Austin Bolt, just with the number 81. I kind of figured he'd be a tight end, but no. Second string wide receiver, Austin Bolt, with the reception right there. It will be 2nd and 4, I believe. No, 2nd and 3 from the Boise State 32-yard line. And they're going a little bit tempo right here. 3:05 left in the game. They motion over Cameron Camper from the left to the right. And Ginty has a crease. And he's going to be all the way down to the Boise State 44. So that is a gain of 12 for Ashton Ginty there. Good blocking by the offensive line that time. I love how they just pulled some guys to different sides. And there was just right there, wide open hole. But what Penn State did, and something that they haven't done a good job at all season, is they tackled. When Ginty was in space, they tackled right there. They didn't let him break tackles. And if they do that, they can allow some of these runs, and they will still dominate this Boise State team. 1st and 10 for Boise State out at their own 44. Really tight formation, 2 people in the backfield. They are going to hand it off to Ginty, and he gets to the outside, breaks the tackle, stays upright, and I think he fumbled the ball. He fumbled it. I think he fumbled it. He fumbled it through the air. And yes, it's Penn State football. He fumbled it into the air, and it was caught. And it was caught by Penn State's Zakee Wheatley, the free safety. Utter disaster right there for Boise State. They'll take a look at this, obviously. But you see him, he gets up, and then, yeah, that's out. That ball's out, and Zakee Wheatley recovers it inbounds. What a play right there by Kobe King, the elite middle linebacker, tackling in a way that forces the ball out, and Zakee Wheatley recovers it, and Penn State's going to have it at, like, around midfield, again with perfect field position. Wow. Wow. And it's a rare fumble from GT. He's only fumbled twice this season. But also, to be fair, this is the best defense he's played all season by a mile. Even the Oregon defense, which I've defended in several weeks, does not hold a candle in many ways to this Penn State defense. So GT fumbled, and Penn State has it 1st and 10 from their own 49. They motion the tight ends, Dinkins and Warren, to the left side, motion Harrison Wallison out to the right, and Aller is back to pass, and it's caught. 1st down right there by Harrison Wallace out to the Boise State 31. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Drew Aller and Penn State are in a position to make this game ugly. No huddle. They go tempo, and Aller fumbled it, and Boise State recovers it right there. A little bit of a confusion right there. I think they went too fast, and Aller fumbles it. First mistake there by Penn State, and Boise State gets another opportunity with Oladipo, Oladipo, the backup strong safety, getting the recovery right there. Yeah, he just fumbled it. It was a read option to Singleton. If he just handed off to Singleton, he would have had a touchdown, by the way. That's how good this blocking is by Penn State. But he didn't hand it off fully, or maybe he tried to pull it late, and therefore Boise State gets a fumble recovery instead of giving up a touchdown right there. So Boise State gave up the ball. Penn State gave up the ball. even in the turnovers. 1st and 10 from their own 35. It is a pass out to the tight end right there. That being Matt Wagner, the second-string tight end, who picks up a first down for Boise State. Good for 14 yards and 1st and 10 from the Boise State 49. $120 left. And they're going to toss it out to G&T, and G&T is going to be pushed for about a loss of 2 or 3 right there. It'll be 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 from the 47-46 of Boise State right there. Dominic DeLuca helping on the stop there, number 0, backup middle linebacker. This Penn State defense is just feasting right now. Feasting. Second and 12 from the 47. G&T is back there with Matt O'Madsen. They're going to run him, and he only gets a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the Boise State 48. So another 3rd and long situation, and G&T he's just not doing much, guys. Right now, he has 8 carries for 20 yards, not even averaging 3 yards per carry, and 12 of those came off of a long run when his O-line actually blocked for him. And I think that was in part because Penn State didn't blitz on that play. 3rd and 11. I think Boise State's just going to run it into the first quarter, but we'll see what they do. That's exactly what Boise State's going to do. They're just going to take it to the sidelines, use the break as a timeout. It's the end of the first quarter, and Penn State is ahead 14-0 at the conclusion of the first quarter. Dominance by Penn State right now. Absolute dominance by the Nittany Lions. Whoa. Okay. Let's take a little bit of a commercial break here, and then we will be right back. I'm actually going to get some water right now. I think this is a pretty convenient time. So I'll see you guys pretty soon, then we'll answer comments. All right. Oh my gosh. We have over 1,000 concurrent viewers. Holy cow. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I even forgot my notebook. Was so excited for this to start. Let me get that right now. Okay, guys. Need all of you to pay attention here. Like, share, hit the share button. Subscribe to the channel to help us get to 30,000 subscribers. Make sure also to subscribe and comment on my recent videos because we're doing a giveaway for 4 winners where you will get a $20 Visa gift card and a $20 gift card to my merchandise store. So $40 total dollars in value. And also hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I go live for all the semifinal, or not semifinal, but quarterfinal games tomorrow. And also when I go live for the semifinal games, the national championship games, and during the semifinal games, that's when the winners of the giveaway will be announced. So Thank you very much. Thank you, moderators, by the way, for taking care of the chat. Michael Valadez, Penn State is salmon, Boise State is the plate of a Red Baron pizza. Amen. That's exactly what it is. I'm munching on them. Yup. Okay. Baldfather bets we are 21 units on PSU, so this game is so nervous here. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that, Baldfather bets. I guarantee it right there. Because Boise State just threw an incomplete pass on third and long, so they're gonna punt it right back to Penn State. And I would say right now Penn State's probably gonna go down and get a touchdown. And we all know Franklin, by the way, unless Franklin's up by 28, 31, 35 points, he's not resting the starters. That's not how it works at Penn State. Not how it works one bit. The ghost of Scott Frost is strong with Boise State's defense. Yes. Thank you, Ken Recker, for that comment. And here we are. Boise State punts it away. Zion Tracy Fair catches it back at the Penn State 10. I'll just get my notepad here after the the next commercial break, whatever. Easy Nurse, is it Genty or Genty? I forget. Everyone says Genty, so it's probably Genty, but let me know if I'm wrong on that. All right, and Aller is going to run it and only get about a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd and down right there. 2nd and 9 from the Penn State 11. Feels like Penn State just needs to keep pounding it up the middle, keep being bland. I hope that Kotelnicki here, if you're a Penn State fan, you hope that he doesn't get too cute. If you're Eric Chenander and Boise State, you want Penn State to get cute because your specialty is pass rush. Your specialty is getting big plays and capitalizing on them, not necessarily defending the simple stuff that you can't just power through. They are going to run a play-action screen there to Warren, who breaks a tackle, and Warren gets all the way down to the 19 of Penn State. So it will be it'll be 3rd and 1 right there. Yeah, guys, let's try and get this up to 200 likes before halftime if we can. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get some more chats, more super chats, more comments here. They rule it actually 3rd and 3 from the 17. So Tyler Warren's going to be in there at quarterback. He's going to toss it to Aller, kind of a trick play right there, and Aller just throws it away in the dirt, incomplete. So Penn State will have to punt it, and Aller is mad at the ref for some reason. Whatever reason, I don't exactly know, but is what it is at this point right there. That was a really brilliantly designed trick play, and they just covered Warren up. So that's why they couldn't convert right there. Again, getting a little too cute, I think, if you're Kotelnicki right there. Just pick it up the simple way, run right in to the teeth of that defense. Good punt coverage by Penn State there, but they break the tackle, and Boise State's going to get a pretty nice return out of that all the way out to their own 48, and that is their return specialist right there, Cooper Jones, number 18. Pretty good return there by Jones, who I believe he's not even, I think he's simply their return specialist right there. I don't know if he's any other position. All right, let's look at this chat right here. So Boise State has the football back, obviously. Yeah, guys, let's get to 200 likes before halftime. We have a ton of concurrent viewers right now, so I appreciate that. I'm going to drink some water and get my notepad, and we will be right back. All right, time to get the notepad. My thirst has been quenched. So far, things that I'm noticing is that Penn State is just, again, mauling Boise State here. The most negative takeaway for any of these teams is that Penn State's getting a bit too cute now, and that's going to play into Boise State's hands. They can't do that, because in the simple things, they're destroying them. So if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Like, don't expose things that against Notre Dame or Georgia or Ohio State, Oregon, Texas could really benefit you and perhaps throw their defenses off guard. So that's kind of my takeaways from this first quarter, early part of the second quarter, where, by the way, it's 13:02 left in the second quarter here. Those are some of my takeaways right now. Let's see what you guys are saying, though, in the chat right here. Chat's taking a bit long to load. All right. Man, the chat is like just so slow. Mr. Bucknuts, I stream my games for free. What trick do you use to do that? I imagine like either on YouTube or just some website. Yup, Jeff Archer, getting cute, just run the football. Exactly. Queen Love 35-7 Penn State. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable prediction. We're at 134 likes, guys. I bet you we can get to 200 before the 2-minute warning. And also, again, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Comment. Just all the good things. Be active in the chat. That's what makes this elite. So, 1st and 10 from their own 48. Good field position for Boise State. They're in the shotgun. They hand it off to Genty. And Genty gets a 6-yard gain out to the Penn State 46. It'll be 2nd and 4. Penn State is 151 yards to Boise 85, correction. 8 first downs to Boise State's 4. Boise State actually has more TOP. It's going to be a pass to Genty, and he gets out to the 28 of Penn State right there. Good pass by Matto Madsen for a gain of 18 right there. Just a little bit of a rollout there, and GT, with space, is able to pick up a first down and then some. Get Boise back into field goal range. First and 10 at the Penn State 28. Tight formation. It looks like it's going to be another handoff to Genty. It is, but he gets to the second level and therefore gets about a gain of 6 all the way out to the 22 of Penn State. Good run by him. Good blocking up front by the interior offensive line of Mason Randolph, Roger Carrion, and Ben Dooley for Boise State. 11:40 left in the game. It's 2nd and 4 from inside the Penn State 25. Very close to the red zone, Boise State is. It's going to be a shotgun run, and Genty breaks tackles, and he fumbles the football, but his offensive lineman recovers it. That right there is number 62, Carrion, the left guard or the right guard for Boise State. But yeah, Genty fumbled again, and that was forced by Amin Vanover, 15, the backup D-end on the left side, to deny Dennis Sutton. So already, Genty having some fumble trouble. One was recovered by his offense, the other recovered by Penn State right there. They're doing a good job of getting penetration and of forcing fumbles. But tackling? Let's see. Tight formation for Boise. You think, yup, they did exactly what you would have believed them to do. It's Dubar, backup running back, gets a first down, about a gain of 2 or 3. And Boise State's now firmly inside of the red zone right now. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Penn State 17 or 16 right there. Sounds like Abdul Carter's out, holding his arm. Madsen takes the snap. It is going to be a toss to No, not to Genty. It's a toss to Dubar, and it's a loss of 3 right there. That's Vanover again right there. It was a toss to the left side. Vanover was in just a wide position, and he almost picked off the toss right there on what was a speed option, I believe, and he just tackled him for a 2-3 yard loss pretty casually. So it will be 2nd and 13 from the Penn State 20. 2nd and 14, actually. Correction. Madsen's in there alone, and he throws a pass to his tight end who breaks a few tackles and gets a gain of 13 inside the 10. That's Matt Lauder. Starting tight end right there. It's going to be 3rd and short with 9:12 remaining in the game. Penn State is, I think, the best defense in the country at getting penetration. It's why they're one of the best in earning TFLs, even though they don't blitz all the time. But their tackling at the 2nd and 3rd level is not elite, and you're seeing that right now on this drive. Now power formation with Genty in there. Penn State goes in kind of a goal line defense, and they hand it off, and Boise State gets a touchdown right there. That is number 33. They hand it off to him, and they get a score. Straight up. Boise State does. It's Crow. Wow. Boise State gets a touchdown. They motioned out Genty, and that scared Penn State's defense. It's a bit of a trick play right there, and he just powered in for the Boise State touchdown. So 14-6, Penn State pending the extra point. Extra points up and good. So it's 14-7 Penn State, but Boise State now, they have some momentum. Eight-play touchdown drive, and according to ESPN's win probability chart, the Nittany Lions have a 79.5% chance to win this football game. Oh, good. Streamed it. Yes, streamed it and collapse. Okay, sweet. All right, everyone, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And let's get ourselves to 200 likes by the end of this commercial break. All right. So takeaways that I have is Penn State is too cute on offense, and the defense is struggling with tackles, which is a known for Penn State. This is something I talked about in my deep dive and preview and prediction, and that was why I spotted Boise State more than 20 points, is they shouldn't get that many points, just solo talent-wise, but Penn State's defense has tackling issues. So that's just something that we talked about here on College Football with Sam. That's why you should be following us, paying attention to our deep dives, so on and so forth. My chat actually crashed, so I'm just going to have to reload it again here. But, yeah, I mean, straight up, it's what Jeff Archer said. They're getting cute on offense, and it's cost Penn State just a little bit, trying to go up-tempo. That last drive where they punted was the epitome of trying to be really fancy when you just don't need to. Go Ducks, George Francis. Chris Laner's a Buckeye fan. Go Buckeyes to you. Yes. Happy New Year, everyone. That says never mind me. Happy New Year, everyone. Caden A, go Broncos, go Boise State Broncos. Chimichanga Guy, thank you for being a moderator here, and believe me, there are multiple moderators on here. Chris Lane is active, you're active, and there are others who are active. All right, so again, we'll be streaming the semifinal games tomorrow. So yeah, just make sure that you're you're subscribed, that you like, and just, yeah. Or you know, you can just look up these games live and you'll find me. Believe me, you'll find me. So Abdul Carter's working out right now on the sidelines. I can tell he wants to get back in, but he may not get back in. So Boise State kicks it off. Penn State just elects to take it as a touchback right there, and Penn State's offense is going to get back on the field. We'll see what happens. You know, Penn State is dominating right now, I will say that. But Boise State is fighting. And I think the O-line is beginning to gel. Like, they kind of got shocked by how good Penn State is up front, but now they're more used to it. And right there, it is a run by Katron Allen for a gain of about 4. All right, quick tempo. They are going to run it again with Katron Allen, but he is now tackled for a 1 to 2 yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and 9. And that right there was Boise State's defensive tackle. That being Michael Callahan coming through. Backup D tackle to Braxton Felly. So it's 3rd and 9. And Penn State now no longer has the momentum. Boise State does. They need to get a conversion here. And there's an injury timeout right now for Boise State. It looks like Sheldon Newton is shaken up. Backup nose tackle, number 9 for Boise State. And he gets back up and he's going to walk off the field. And, of course, they're going to take a commercial break, which is idiocy. We don't do as much of that stuff on here because, yeah, we don't. Like, we need to make money, and we do, but we also want to serve you, the people. We do. So it is 14-7 Penn State, 3rd and 9. They have it from their own 27, and it is the second quarter. And yeah, that's the game right there. I mean, it's felt like Penn State should be up 28-0, but they aren't. Instead, it's only a 7-point game. Abyss, I know it's early, but if Penn State loses this game, what will happen to James Franklin? I don't think anything, because he already beat SMU. He got 12 wins. I don't know what would happen to Franklin. I mean, I would advocate for him to be fired if he lost this game, but that's ultimately just me. Like, I'm not Pat Kraft. I'm not Penn State's athletic director here. So, all I can say about that question is I think Franklin should be on the hot seat or fired if he loses this game, but I don't make those type of decisions. We're only 26 likes away from 200. Let's get to 200 here. And hopefully at some point we can get back up to almost 2,000 concurrent viewers like we had earlier. I'd love for that to happen if possible. So, yeah, let me look at the chat here. Hey Sam, go blue. Thank you, Chimichanga Guy. Yeah, go blue indeed. Michigan beating Alabama 19-13 was crazy. It was one of the most toxic games I've ever watched. Josh Hart, Big Ten up in the air, so it might make some sense for Penn State to make a move soon. Man, there's a lot of bots. Thank you guys for removing these bots quickly and effectively. I appreciate them. You doing that. And by them, I mean the moderators. If Boise State ties it up, I bet you get 1,000 more viewers. Yeah, Josh Hart. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Like, people people see something and they're like, "Oh, I did not expect this to happen," and then they turn in. RS, hello, watching from the Philippines. Awesome. Abyss, he probably won't be fired, but there will be more pressure on him to win those big games from the athletic department, I feel. Yes. I do agree with that. Only 9 more likes, guys, before we get to 200. Let's do that. Third and 8. Aller is in there with Katron Allen. Has his tight ends. Motions one of them in. Dinkins to his right. And Boise does send a blitz. Aller is well protected. He's going to throw. It's over Tyler Warren's head, but there is a flag. It's going to be holding on Boise State. Defensive holding. Yep, that's the call. That extends the Penn State drive. Again, 14-7 with 7:35 left in the game. They show a picture of a Boise State Darth Vader, which is pretty... that's an incredible costume right there. But yeah, Ty Benefield right here grabs on to Warren. Grabs onto him by his leg and trips him up. If not for that, that could have been a touchdown to Warren. Could have been his second of the day. So it's 1st and 10 from the 37-36 of Penn State. Harrison Wallace goes over, and there is a false start. That play, because it was Penn State pulling over their guards and center, I believe, and Boise State was sending the house, that play could have gone for 6 on the ground. Perfectly called. But the players just didn't execute right there, which is rather unfortunate for James Franklin and company. 1st and 15. The false start backs them up to their own 32, but it's 1st and 15. Katron Allen is back in there with Aller. They're riding the hot hand at running back. Nicholas Singleton motions in as a receiver. It is just going to be a handoff to Allen. Allen gets to the outside and is tripped up. For about a gain of 6. So Penn State gets back the penalty yardage and then some. Nice bouncing to the outside right there. He just barely gets tripped up by the safety for Boise State. I believe Ty Benefield. And another false start on Penn State. They'll be backed up again. So Penn State's offensive line, for whatever reason, is having some issues here. That was on Nolan Rucci, the right tackle. Franklin doesn't look pleased. So it'll be second. It'll be 2nd and 15, 2nd and 14. Penn State's going to go back out there. Let's see what they can do. 6:55 left in the game. Motion out Dinkins to the right. Aller takes a snap. He is going to be back to pass, and he's going to have to take a sack right there. Right in there was Ahmed Hussanian, the star defensive end, and Jaden Virgin Morgan and the others just got to him right there. They're stunting. They send multiple bodies, and Boise sitting back in zone coverage. It was a lot like those 2 times that Jim Knowles sent pressures against Aller and Penn State, and then they went into zone coverage, and it confused Aller, and he just kind of fell over, took the sack right there. 3rd and 27 now. If you're Penn State, you probably just run it up the middle, I would imagine. Or are they going to go back to pass? Because Boise State, they're only sending 4. Aller is well protected. They are going to go back to throw. He's going to have it out to number 6, Harrison Wallace, who only gets about a gain of 9. So it'll be 4th and 18. Penn State will have to punt it right back to the Boise State Broncos. Still scores 14-7. And let me tell you something, guys. This second quarter has been melting away. And Boise State has about a 3-minute possession advantage that I think they can really build up to close to a 20-minute possession advantage and get a lot of the momentum entering the half, which is critical because Penn State gets the ball to start the second half. We're just seeing Penn State's offense does not really have a ton of consistency. pretty bad punt by Riley Thompson. Bounces all the way out to the 39-38 of Boise State. Not a good punt whatsoever. Just about like a 34-yard punt by Riley Thompson, who has struggled this season. And now Boise State gets possession with good field position right here. So yeah, this Penn State O-line is beginning to flinch. And Boise State has some confidence here. They're at their own 39, 1st and 10. Madsen's back there with Genty. It is going to be a pass from Madsen. Incomplete. Threw it well behind his man. He was targeting on that slant pass Austin Bolt, number 81. Madsen's in there with Genty, huddling up. 5:14 left. 18 left on the play clock. It is the second quarter. Both teams have 3 timeouts. It is going to be a handoff to Genty. Genty only gets about a gain of 2, maybe 1. It's a gain of 2 is what they'll call it. So it'll be 3rd and 8 from their own 41. It'll be a 3rd and long for Boise State. Genty's had 2 fumbles tonight, one of them lost, and he has 12 carries for 37 yards, barely averaging over 3 yards per carry. Penn State's doing a very good job of limiting him there in that capacity. But let's see what Spencer Danielson and Dirk Cutter can draw up here on 3rd and 8, the offensive coordinator head coach for Boise State. And clock almost got down to 0, but they got it off. It is going to be a deep throw and incomplete. Just over the head of Bolt, a little bit too high of a throw from Madsen, and that was Jalen Kimber, the left corner, in coverage. Bolt did a bit of a move on him, but Kimber did a good job of getting just handsy enough to not draw a PI, but to guard him. And it was just a bit too high by Madsen, and Bolt did not place himself in the best position either. So the Broncos will punt from their own 40-41. Punter again, James Ferguson Reynolds, and Zion Tracy will fair catch it at the 21 of Penn State. So the Nittany Lions do have possession here. All right. Yeah, guys, just keep sending in chats. Send in a super chat. We're at 215 likes. Let's try and get to 250 likes before halftime. Actually, even better, let's try and get it up to 300 before halftime. I know you guys can do that. Let me quickly read one chat here. If Genty gets going now and the defense keeps playing well, Boise State can win this game. Absolutely. But they have to tackle Katron Allen, who escaped out, kind of slithered out of this Boise State defensive line and linebacker core to pick up a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the Penn State 29, and Hassanian is down, their best defensive end. Looks a little bit winded right there. Senior, 271 pounds, 6'3", big D end. Their best D end, their best defensive lineman. I hope and pray that he's okay. He gets up, he's going to walk off the field with a bit of a limp under his own weight. Hopefully he's okay. Alrighty. Yeah, this is just impressive. We already have over 100,000 total viewers, over 200 likes, almost 900 concurrent viewers, and a few super chats too. Thank you guys for the magic that you're working here on College Football with Sam. 2nd and 2 from the 29. Penn State has it. They have Katron Allen in the backfield, and Katron Allen is breaking tackles, going through people, running through people, and he is going to be all the way down to the 21 of Boise State, but there is a flag. Let's see if that comes back. Wouldn't be shocked at all if it was a hold. Yup, holding on offense. 10-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 12. Penn State is just killing themselves with penalties here. Let's see what was going on this play. Yup, that was a hold. That was a hold from Olivega Ione on Andrew Simpson right there, and that costs a big run. Just shouldn't have made that hold because Allen may have gotten through that hole regardless. Honestly, such a dominant run. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left. It will be 2nd down and a little bit longer. 2nd and 8 from their own 23. Going to be a pass by Allen, or by Aller, and it's caught by Luke Reynolds, who gets all the way out to the Penn State 33. Got a gain of 10 right there. Good pass by Aller, simple, and good run after catch by Luke Reynolds. 3rd-string tight end who was highly recruited out of high school. True freshman, by the way. You're welcome for streaming, Adam Pearl. I appreciate you. 1st and 10, 2:50 left to go. They are going to hand it off right there, and that is to Nicholas Singleton, and Singleton gets about a gain of 12 out to the 45 of Penn State, but there is another flag. Probably be holding again. What people have to remember, too, is these refs are from different conferences, so the rules and how they're applied by the referee crews are a little bit different here. It's going to be another personal foul, face mask on the offense. Sal Wormley with another penalty. It wasn't Olivega Ione, my apologies. It was Sal Wormley. Sal Wormley being the right guard. It'll be 1st down, though, because the penalty happened after he crossed the 1st down marker. So it'll be 1st and 20 from the 23. So Penn State's already been here before, multiple times over. They got to be frustrated. Tyler Warren motions over. Boise sends a blitz. Aller is going to heave it deep and nearly intercepted. Probably should have been OPI there. Harrison Wallace shoved Ty Benefield down. It's going to be 2nd and 20. It was Amari Evans who shoved Benefield down. Correction. Yeah, that should have been OPI right there. He just shoved Benefield to the ground to prevent him from picking it off. Risky throw there by Aller. Not a wise decision whatsoever. Got 239 likes, guys. Let's get up to 300 before the half. 2nd and 20 for Penn State. 2:23 left in this game. Such a hot start, but now they've kind of finished cold. Aller passes it out to Tyler Warren, and Tyler Warren burrows his way out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3. Got a lot of those yards back for Penn State, who I think will take this down to the 2-minute warning with hopes of making it 21-7 or 17-7 entering the half. Yep, 3rd and 3 from... Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 40. Tyler Warren, by the way, in this game has only 3 receptions for 34 yards and a touchdown. So, more yards to him, another touchdown to him. Warren is one of the best players in the entire country. Yeah, we're only 57 likes away from 300. Let's get these numbers up and make sure to stay on. If you're just joining us right now, stay on because we're doing pretty incredible commentary. We will be taking a little bit of an ad break here if you're on YouTube Premium. This doesn't affect you all that much, but I'll be talking while doing this, so just wanted to let you guys know. I think that for Penn State, it's absolutely critical that you pick up this 3rd down because I feel like Boise State with that crowd and that team has the momentum right now. You don't want to give them anything more. You want to continue to suffocate them. Enter halftime with with honestly a double-digit lead. That's what you want entering the half, preferably a 2-touchdown lead. But if you can make it 17-7, you stop the bleeding a bit, get the ball out of second half, and you can continue to control this game and really make Boise State have to do something special to take the lead and to get back in this matchup here. Alrighty. Let's answer your questions. Man, there's just the bots are just non-stop. Non-stop. And the chat's also flooding, guys. Like, the chat just keeps going because everyone wants to talk, and I think we just have like hundreds of people who are just going to be with us for the rest of this game. So if you do want to get my attention, please send in a super chat, but I will try to answer comments the best that I can. Yeah, Liam, that pass interference was crazy. I don't know how that wasn't called. That was disgusting. That should have been called right there. How many receptions does Cam have? Cam has, let me see how many receptions he has. He has none. He doesn't have a reception yet in this game. Just straight up does not. I do not remember Bavaro, Mr. Bucknuts, who you're referencing. I'm probably too young. Alejandro E. Gruber Leal. Has Penn State been shooting themselves in the foot, or is Boise staying in the game? It's a mix of both. The truth is in between the two extremes here. Penn State, I think, has really surrendered 2 opportunities to go down the field and kick a field goal or get a TD. But Boise's touchdown drive was legit. Like, that was a physical touchdown drive that they definitely earned. Good question, Alejandro. Thank you for sending that in. Okay, well, it is 3rd and 3. It is going to be a toss to Nicholas Singleton, who's going to be tackled for a 3-yard loss. And that was Hassanian right there. Wow. 4th and 6. Penn State left a punt. Boise State takes their timeout. That was a 3-yard loss on the toss to Singleton, and he just blew past Tyler Warren. He got behind Tyler Warren right there. And Tyler Warren, he's a good blocker, but he's more known as a receiving tight end. Not necessarily a blocking tight end. Just awesome play right there by Hassanian, the star defensive end for the Boise State Broncos. And Penn State on 4th and 6 will have to punt this game away. Boise State, of course, took one of their timeouts. Lewis Riddick and Bob Witchhusen are calling this game. Haven't heard them call a game in quite some time. Jeff Archer, if James Franklin goes for this. And yeah, KYCH 2008, or maybe Keich is how you pronounce your name. I don't know. Yeah, let's go to the side when up the middle's been working. Yeah, I don't get it. It's just Penn State's game plan right now is too cute for my liking. 4th and 6, punt by Riley Thompson. Is it a good one? It's and over the end zone. Penn State special teams gave up on it and thought that it would just go to the 1, but it went out of the end zone. So a good punt by Thompson, honestly, but right there, Penn State special teams just didn't pursue the ball like they should have. So it's 1st and 10 for Boise State. It's from their own 20. That was a punt net of about 43 yards for Thompson, which has been a season average, about 43 yards per punt. Let's see what happens here. JT only has 37 yards on 12 attempts. It's 1st and 10, 1:45 left in the game. Boise has 2 timeouts. They are going to try and hand it off to Genty, who gets just a gain of 2. That's it. So 2nd and 8 from the 22 of Boise State. 1:29 left in the game. It looks like Boise State may just be content here. They're not taking their timeouts. They got back to the line quickly, though. Madsen's back to throw. Looks like a false start is going to take place for Boise State. False start on Boise State. That'll back them up. It'll be 2nd and 13 with a 10-second runoff. Let's keep pumping these numbers up, guys. Let's get to 300 likes before halftime. I'd appreciate that a lot. It's been a boring game. Yep, so James Franklin actually just declined the 10-second runoff, guys. He just declined it. He thinks that Penn State can go down and score. Second and 12 from the 22. Madsen back to pass. He's extending the play. He's going to run out of bounds. Pick up about a gain of 6, I would say, maybe 7. It will be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 for Boise State out at about their 30. Or 25, correction. Third and 8. He was out just a little bit earlier than I expected. 1:14 left in the game. Him running out of bounds kind of spots Penn State an extra timeout. Looks like Penn State, with 9 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, may want to send some pressure here. Madsen back to throw. It's going to be a slant to his tight end, and his tight end gets about a gain of 7. It'll be 4th and 1, and Penn State calls a timeout. Yeah, Penn State takes a timeout. All right, so that's Penn State's first timeout of the half. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Penn State leads 14-7, and they are likely going to get the ball back here. Time left, guys, by the way, is 1 minute, 5 seconds. And it looks like Abdul Carter is not going to come back in the game. Big loss for Penn State. Hopefully he can be back in their next game if they do win right here. And Boise State's going to go for it. They're probably going to QB sneak it. This looks like it could be a hard count, but we'll see if they snap it or not. And a timeout called by Boise State. They take their second timeout. So Boise will punt it. .105 left in the game. I'm going to add the timer. Thought it was too much to manage, but I see that you guys obviously want to see the time. So that's just an easier way. I can always change it if I'm incorrect. All right, 261 likes, guys. Let's get this up to 300 before the end of the half. We only need 39 more likes. We have 800 of you in here. Thank you for supporting the channel. I love you guys. I imagine we can get up to 300 likes. And for the 834 of you here, I encourage you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be active in the chat. We'll be live for all 3 of tomorrow's quarterfinals. Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl. You won't want to miss our live shows. So, thank you. I appreciate it. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. And Boise State will punt. And Boise State with another false start. So it'll be 4th and 6 from their own 24. Should result in better field position for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Just huge right there for just, Boise State has an opportunity to get momentum. They don't utilize it properly, and now they're punting it back to Penn State with over a minute left. Only 27 more likes, guys. Come on. I know that you can do this. I know many of you have also liked, so just ignore me saying that. All right. And right there, the clock starts. Zion Tracy takes a fair catch right there at his own 36. 1:01 left in the game. The winner of this game goes to the Orange Bowl, Thursday, January 9th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Halftime of that game, we will be announcing our 2 of our giveaway winners. The other game, the Cotton Bowl, January 10th at 7:30 p.m., we'll be announcing the other 2 of our giveaway winners. So 1st and 10 for Penn State. Got Drew Aller, Singleton back there. Warren to the left of the O-line. Takes the snap from the 36. Aller throws. It's caught by Tyler Warren, who gets about a gain of 11 with 56 seconds left. And he will be out at the Penn State, I would say 49, 48. Gain of 10, gain of 12, 13. 1st and 10, yeah, from the 48, 47 for Penn State right here. Aller is back, takes the snap. He is going to throw, and whoa! Amari Evans with an incredible catch right there. Incredible catch on the sidelines. Heck of a play right there. Heck of an effort. Talk about, he just full extension. His legs are extending out too. And they're gonna mark him at the Boise State 36, 17-yard gain for Amari Evans, who already has 55 total yards. That's a first down at the Boise State 36. Aller, and he's under pressure, and he's going to take a sack. Down at the 44, 3-yard loss, and Penn State takes a timeout. So they'll take timeout number 2. Each team has 1 timeout. Ryan Barker is probably good from a max of 50 yards, so they will want to get out to at least the 33 to make a field goal attempt, is what they'll want, Penn State. Also, guys, again, make sure to like, subscribe. We're only 12 likes away from 300. Let's get to our goal. Let's get to our goal before halftime. And we're holding steady at 840 concurrent viewers, which I like a lot. I love that we're holding steady at those numbers right there. Love it. They're going to list it only as 2nd and 12 from the Boise State 38. Penn State does have another timeout left. And a field goal here is a win for Penn State. It puts them ahead by double digits, and they get the ball out of second half. So they have a really good shot here at double dipping. Aller, Boise State sends a blitz. Aller is going to go deep, takes a shot to Amari Evans. Incomplete. Just as he came to the ground, he lost. Otherwise, that probably would have been a touchdown. It's going to be 3rd and 12 with 37 seconds remaining. Yeah, he keeps beating his guys right there. Boise State's Devon Banks was on him, the left corner, and Amari Evans just straight up beat him with his speed and acceleration. Impressive play by him, just didn't come down with it. Wonder if Penn State may run this to get in field goal range. And flags down. Boise State called the timeout. Their final of the half. So 3rd and 12. with 37 seconds remaining, again from the Boise State 38. Spencer Danielson didn't like what he saw. Penn State is 221 total yards to Boise's 147, 12 first downs to Boise's 7. 13 minutes, 54 seconds of possession to Boise's 15-29. Both have a turnover. Some interesting statistics are Penn State is 1 of 4 on third down. Boise's 2 of 7. When you look at penalties, both teams have 4 penalties. Penn State just has 35 yards of penalties. Boise only has 25. And we're only 1 like away from 300. So we're gonna hit 300 likes, guys. Thank you very much before the half. I appreciate that goal. It's awesome. All right, let's try and get this up to 1,000 concurrent viewers too. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. 37 seconds remaining. Looks like Boise is going to send a blitz here. And they do. Aller has some time, but he hit as he throws and he was incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and 12. So let's see if they'll try Ryan Barker from long range here. 34 seconds remaining. Just Oladipo there. Straight up hit Aller right as he threw, and therefore he overshot Tyler Warren, who was covered by Ty Benefield. And Franklin rolling the dice here is going to go for it on 4th and 12 with 34 seconds left. And Boise State shows pressure again. Aller back to pass. Incomplete, but there is a flag. Trey Wallace, Harrison Wallace, was grabbed there by Boise State's corner. Good throw by Aller. Good route by Wallace. And I believe that was Jeremiah Irby in coverage. Nope. Number 20, Devon Banks. Backup left corner to Amarion McCoy, their starter. Got over 300 likes, almost 350. Keep those likes up. And hopefully we can get up to like $50 in Super Chat and 1,000 concurrent viewers. That would be awesome. 4th down conversion, huge by Penn State. 29 seconds left, 1st and 10 from the 25, well in field goal range. Aller, back to throw, 4-man rush. He's going to lob it deep in the end zone. Incomplete. It's broken up. 2nd and 10. Harrison Wallace had an opportunity to catch it. It was a good throw by Aller, but he just didn't reel it in. And he beat his man right there. That was Jeremiah Irby, the right cornerback. Harrison Wallace beat him, but he could not reel in the catch, just off the tips of his fingers. 2nd and 10 for Penn State from their 23, or from the Boise State 23, with 23 seconds left. Let's see what Andy Kotelnicki cooks up here. Aller back to throw. It's going to be a dart and through the hands of Tyler Warren. So Penn State's receiver core, including the tight ends, are struggling with drops here. For Penn State, they are in field goal range, but you'd like to have a touchdown entering the half. Nice blocking, by the way, specifically for Nicholas Singleton. Physical pass block right there. So 3rd and 10, 19 seconds left from the 23. Singleton is back there. Aller is out there. Liam Clifford is out there. Harrison Wallace is. And Boise State sends some pressure. It is going to be a QB draw by Aller, and he is swallowed up. So Penn State's just going to run this clock all the way down and then take a timeout here to kick a field goal. Penn State takes a timeout with 3 seconds remaining. It's their final of the half here. Wow, we're almost at 1,000 concurrent viewers again. This is incredible. Let's try and get to 1,000. And we have 320 likes. Let's try and get up to 350. My goal by the end of the video, obviously, is like 1,000 likes. That'd be a dream, but I don't know if that's going to happen because the interest in this game may not be that high. I still think that Penn State clearly is the better team here, even with some of their struggles. they're struggling to connect with the QB for whatever reason. All right, Ryan Barker, 13 of 16 with a long of 49 is on, and he will be attempting this from about 40. This will be a 40-yard field goal right here by Penn State's Ryan Barker before the half. No timeouts, no icing the kicker. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. So Penn State will enter halftime with 3. 17-7 score at the half, lead of 10 for Penn State. So the third quarter, that will be coming on soon. Spencer Danielson is not happy. Don't know what he's not happy about, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Penn State will... Boise State actually technically starts the half with possession. They just have to kick it off. And now, third quarter, it's halftime. So we have the halftime counter on right now. We have about just a little more than 19 minutes before the half comes back. 335 likes, 900 concurrent viewers. You guys are epic. I don't want to hear James Franklin or what he has to say. Just don't. Straight up do not. Okay, let me take out the earbuds right here. Oh, stretch the neck. And we'll just play this. Oh, wow. Let's answer some comments here. Actually, what we'll do first and foremost is we'll do some commercials here. I'll do a commercial break, get some food, get some water, then we'll be right back. Thank you guys for your patience, for your support. Let's have an epic second half here in the Fiesta Bowl. I'll see you all very soon. By the way, I know you guys can still hear me, but before I leave to get some food, send in some questions, some super chats. I mean, tell me what you guys think about the matchups tomorrow. Who you think's going to win the Peach Bowl between Texas and Arizona State, the Rose Bowl between Oregon and Ohio State, and the Sugar Bowl between Georgia and Notre Dame, because we're going to be going live for all those games, doing exactly what we're doing here, play-by-play, color commentary. We'll obviously be taking a break at the half. And commercial breaks when the networks do commercial breaks. But send in your comments, send in super chats, just send in anything. I'll try and be as active in the chat as humanly possible. Also, make sure, again, to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment your thoughts in the chat. Share this video around. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Help us to get hundreds of subscribers today. And also hit that notification bell. Thank you, and we will be right back. All right, we are back, and you know what's incredible? We haven't lost any viewers. We got super chats, and we earned likes. This is just awesome. Okay, I'm going to have to scroll up to get, like, all of these chats in here because, yeah, they're all the way back. If I missed them, my gosh, I apologize. This is kind of the disadvantage. Oh, gosh, are you serious? I'm not going to be able to get to all of them, will I? That sucks. Maybe... All right, Brad Smith, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thanks for going live, Sam. Happy for you that Michigan won today. GBR, go Big Red. Brad Smith, I'm happy that your Cornhuskers won the Pinstripe Bowl. I will be reacting to Illinois beating South Carolina, Michigan beating Alabama probably Thursday is probably what I will do. I'll do an instant reaction to this game tonight because it's going to get higher traction. I was busy earlier today, but I'll do an additional reaction to this game when I go live on Thursday, talking about these games. Yeah, thank you, Brad Smith, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate your support very much. I also forgot that I'm behind my commercial break, but I don't think that matters all that much because we're not doing game stuff right now anyway. Let me see. Okay. Sam Nabel. How would Boise finish with a Big Ten schedule? That's a good question. I think if it was Indiana's schedule, it'd be 11-1. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If it was Penn State's schedule, maybe 10-2, because lost to Ohio State, obviously. But the Minnesota game on the road or the USC game on the road could have shaken a team like Boise State up a bit. If they had Ohio State's schedule like 8-4, even 7-5 would be a very real possibility. Yeah, don't know why chats are being skipped. Larry IZPR0, thank you for the $5 super chat. Penn State beating themselves. No one actually thinks Boise is fighting. Penn State with dumb penalties keeping Boise in the game. That's kind of what it is. The problem is if you keep doing that for long enough, eventually Boise's actually in the game. They'll start fighting. They'll start believing in themselves. And that's when you begin to panic if you're Penn State. Is Boise's pasty overperforming? Statistically, yes. But I'd say it's more Penn State's passing offense that is underperforming. And thank you, by the way, Larry, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Sam Nabel, for the many $2 super chats. For Brad Smith for the 5, Larry for the 5. That right there, I think, maybe I missed one. I hope I didn't. If I did, no, I don't think I did. I'm scrolling all the way up looking at messages that I think were familiar. But anyway, yeah, I think statistically, yes, but relative to just film, they're not overperforming. I mean, they're getting beat deep. We've seen them get beat deep several times. Aller and his receivers just aren't connecting in the way that you'd want. Are you surprised with GT's performance so far? Sam Nabel with another $2 question. Looks like you have a Rubik's Cube as a profile photo. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I am. I'm shocked that he's been limited, but I'm even more shocked that Penn State's offense is kind of like they're only averaging 3.7 yards per carry. Now, to be fair, a lot of that's with sacks, and that's because Boise State is willing to bring a gargantuan amount of pressure all the time. Penn State has 7 additional points in exchange for the sacks that Boise State has earned on them, like that one deep throw. Boise State's a very boom or bust defense, and they've gotten home sometimes with their 2 sacks by Hussanian and also Michael Callahan and Andrew Simpson. Penn State only has 1 sack by Denai Dennis Sutton. Boise State has ran the ball 19 times. They've only passed 12. Madsen's actually doing pretty well, but not well enough. So that's kind of my thought process here on this game so far. Thank you, everyone, for sending in the super chats. Captain Biggie 118, you're a super moderator on Twitch. So now that you've brought that to my attention, let me do something here. You're a moderator now. There. you're a moderator. I can use all the moderators that I can get. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for the 347 likes, the 806 concurrent viewers. We're holding strong. I love it. Let's hope that gotta think. My mind just froze all of a sudden right there. I'm very excited with how things are going. I also don't know why this scoreboard, I think when you just leave for a while, it just doesn't, it kind of stops, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. I just want to make sure that I'm reading the chat. Yeah, Captain Biggie, you're now a moderator. So, take from that what you will. Okay, let's pop out the chat again. I'm just going to talk about some of the things I'm paying attention to for tomorrow. I think the Rose Bowl, by the way, is going to be a really big game for the channel in the sense that I believe we can get thousands of concurrent viewers constantly. We can maybe hit our record of views for a live show, get a lot of earned money, a lot of earned subscribers. We hit 350 likes, guys, by the way. So thank you for that. I have not checked how many subscribers I have gained, but I will say I'm hoping that we hit 22,000 subscribers. I'm hoping that we did. So please, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate that very much if you would subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, of course. Again, Penn State 17, Boise State 7. We're more than halfway through halftime right now. And the game will be back on rather shortly. I actually get the sense that after this final commentator section by Reese Davis, Joey Galloway, and Desmond Howard, that the game will probably be back on. So, Rose Bowl will be absolutely lit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's going to be an awesome game. It's a must-win. It is a must-win for Ohio State. For Oregon, of course, must win because they lose, they're out. But I don't think anyone will be questioning where Oregon's going as a program. I mean, they already beat OSU once. They won the Big Ten. They did everything they should do. If OSU loses, it's their first 3-loss season since 2011, like where they earned 3 or more losses. If you count that out, due to the fact that it was weird, Tattoo Gate was kind of like its own kind of feckless thing from the NCAA, just in my mind, didn't think of it was as big of a deal as Ohio State or the NCAA made it out to be. It's going to be their first 3-loss season since like the Tressel era, since before the 2010s. So it's major. I mean, if Ohio State loses tomorrow, we're talking about they better make major changes, otherwise they're in trouble next year. They win, If they win, they still need to make changes. I mean, if they beat Oregon but lose to Texas, the year is still a failure. Like, don't get that wrong right there. But it's a must win. You think if Penn State wins the national championship, Drew Aller changes his mind about entering the draft? Actually, no, because I think if Penn State wins the national championship, it's probably not because Aller is all of a sudden this top 5 QB. But my predictions for tomorrow are Texas. I'm going to go with Texas 45, and I'm going to say Arizona State 28. For Ohio State, Oregon, it's 31 Oregon, 24 Ohio State. I think both defenses will have an edge over tomorrow's offenses. I think that Ohio State's O-line's gotten much worse. Like, it's objectively a below-average Power 4 O-line right now. And I also think that Howard, having a really good game against Tennessee, he can have a really good game back-to-back, but 2 elite performances in a row against high-level competition, especially with the O-line that he has, I question whether that's going to be a thing, so I'm factoring that in. I expect him to perform at an elite level, but it's something to keep in mind, just like a little bit of a variable there. And also Oregon is Jordan Burch back, so their defense is healthier than it was when they played OSU the first time. But Ohio State, I think on defense, people talk about how they've reinvented the defense. They've acted like the defense was bad before Oregon. Now it's elite. That was never the case. Oregon just had athleticism that I don't think Ohio State was used to. I think more than Jim Knowles blitzing more now than he used to. I think the bigger change is that Jim Knowles has already faced Oregon once, and so have his players. So you have that experience with the speed, and therefore I don't think they'll get torched as much. I do think that a lot of things in college football are overstated. Like, people have talked about how Oregon should be classified as a GOAT team if they win it all. No, they're not statistically dominant enough. They don't have enough alien players, or they don't have enough depth. They're not a GOAT team if they win it all. It's the same thing with OSU. Oh, our team is way better than it was since October. That's North Korean propaganda. Your team is not. Your team's worse, and everyone can see that since October. And I get it. Michigan fans talk about how Michigan in 2023 is up there with Alabama or LSU of 19. And it's no. 2019 Ohio State would beat 2023 Michigan. And if they wouldn't, it would be due to coaching. It wouldn't be due to Michigan having a better roster. So I just went on a bit of a tangent there. But the point I'm trying to make is I think Oregon's the better team. I think Oregon's ceiling is higher than Ohio State's ceiling, primarily because of the trenches. Where Oregon's D-line is similar to OSU's O-line, there's an argument that it's actually better, and their O-line is definitely better than Ohio State's, both in pass blocking, even more obviously in run blocking. So that's my opinion right there. I think that these are the two best teams in the country for Ohio State and Oregon, especially Oregon. I think they're number one. Penn State could be number two. Same with many other teams. I think Oregon right now is kind of number one until proven otherwise. I know that Texas and Ohio State are ahead in the power ratings, but Oregon's found ways to win. They haven't choked away games, and Lanning, I think, has been one of the best game managers in the country this year. For Georgia, Notre Dame analytically should win, if not dominate. The problem is Georgia is more talented. Georgia is more battle-tested. Georgia has had a long time to prepare under the nation's best head coach. For those reasons, I'm going with Georgia in a close game. Score prediction of 16 Georgia, 14 Notre Dame. There we go. Just had to excuse myself there. But we're still at 800 concurrent viewers, which I think for halftime is pretty darn impressive. And it looks like halftime is going to come out here. Maybe I was too aggressive there in adding the amount of minutes that I did back to, or subtracting the amount of minutes I did from the halftime play clock. But yeah, it looks like the game's coming back on here. So we're going to stop this. It's going to be the beginning of the third quarter here, which, look, should be incredible. Up start of the third quarter. 362 likes. Let's get this up to 400 during this first drive here. Guys, let's get this up to 400 likes, and let's hope that we get it to 2,000 concurrent viewers at some point. So far, I'd say this game's been pretty disappointing for Penn State. And I think Abdul Carter, by the way, is done for the night. Yeah, I mean, Penn State's rushing attack, guys, started out very hot. They started hot on offense, hot on defense. I think they've remained hot on defense, even with Carter being hurt. But we're seeing with this unit for Kotelnicki, it's not fixed. Like, the defense and the rushing offense is going to have to carry Penn State to victory. But Penn State's defense is putting on a show. Like, there's no doubt about that they're putting on a show right now. Penn State, by the way, given an 85% chance to win this game per FPI. They've been above 75% ever since midway through the first quarter at about the 7-minute mark. So for Boise State, Jonah Dolmas is going to kick this ball off. Penn State will receive here. They'll just let it bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. They get possession. Nittany Lions look to move on to 13-2, winning this game. Boise State looks to move on to 13-1. So let's see what's going on here. Can't wait for this half to start. Penn State obviously has it. 1st and 10 from their own 25 here. A little bit of a trick play formation. They all motion in. Come on, guys. Let's get this up to 400 likes. Aller is back there, and he is going to pass. He's looking deep. Just throws it instead to Tyler Warren. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 with 14:55 left in the game from the Penn State 25. So already a little bit off schedule there for Penn State. Only 29 more likes until 28 until 400. 2nd and 10, 14:55 left in the matchup, or left in the quarter, left in the third quarter. Aller takes the snap, hands it off. It is to Singleton. Singleton gets about a gain of 4, so probably 3rd and 6 from the 29. Yeah, 3rd and 6 from the Penn State 29. So 3rd and medium here. Imagine that it's going to be some type of dump off to Tyler Warren. Maybe it'll be a deep shot, but just pick up the first down right here if you're Penn State. He's back there with Singleton, Aller is. It is going to be a pass, and he is looking deep to Warren, and it's just overthrown. Aller just a little bit off right there, and the pass is incomplete. Just couldn't put it on the money. If he did, it would have been a first down. But yeah, that's just too high of a throw right there. So Penn State will have to punt. Aller is very hit and miss as a QB, and against top 25 competition, his passer rating's not even a 120. So very concerning for Penn State. Jones is going to call for a fair catch here inside the 20, so a great punt, an elite punt, actually, by Riley Thompson, one of his better punts of the season. All right. So now, Boise State's out there, 1st and 10 from their own 17. Got Madsen with Genty behind him in the shotgun. It's a tight formation, I imagine. Boise State's going to go to their bread and butter and run, but there is a false start, so they'll be backed up all the way to their 12. It'll be 1st and 15 from their 12 for Boise State. Wow. Just insane run defense from Penn State. 1st and 15, by the way. 14:06 left. And it is going to be a speed option for Madsen. Only picks up about 3. Tempo from Boise State. He's well protected. Madsen is going to maneuver out of the pocket, throws, and it is caught right there. He has Cameron Camper out to the 32 of Boise State for a first down. Good throw right there. Good throw and good adjustment by Camper on his route, deviating from his initial route, going to the open space to pick up the first down. Tackle there by Zion Tracy at the Lion position. 1st and 10 for Boise State from their own 32. And it will be a handoff to Genty, who breaks a tackle and gets about a gain of 3. Out to the 35 of Boise State, it'll be 2nd and 7. $12:49 left in the game. Boise State putting together a little bit of a drive right there. And movement by Boise State, it'll be second and 12 from their own 30. Yep, false start. Boise State now ruining themselves a little bit with penalties. And Abdul Carter on the sidelines, towel over his head, no helmet on. He's done for the game. All right, second and 12 from the 30. Crowd getting loud for Penn State. Madsen's back to pass all day to throw. Throws it to the sidelines, and it is caught right there by Latrell Caples at the slot position. It's going to be out, gain of 17 right there. So first and 10 from the Boise State 47. Boise State now getting some yards through the air, extending their drive. And Boise, you know, they're hanging around. Penn State failed to take advantage of that first offensive drive. Boise State's coming out pretty prepared, it looks like. And all day to throw for Madsen. He's going deep. It's wide open. Boise State. Touchdown, Boise. So 17-13, pending the extra point for the Broncos. Yeah, Kobe King. Kobe King lost him. Kobe King was his man. And he got lost by Lauder. And extra point is good. It's 17-14 Penn State. Boise State, though, with momentum. They've outscored Penn State 14-3 ever since that quick start in the first quarter. Wow. This is a good game, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. So, I'll answer some of your questions. Hopefully we get more concurrent viewers in here. And, just stretching. And we'll insert some ads here, but then we'll talk. If you have YouTube Premium, obviously, this doesn't affect you. And yeah, Josh Hart, hopefully the viewers do jump to like 1,500. That would be pretty awesome. All right, we only have 23 likes to go until we hit 400. Everyone, again, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all those things. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All righty. Yup, Boise. BSU goes passing game, says Tom K, and it pays off. And now if you're Penn State, you gotta watch out. Like, Boise's able to keep you honest, and that's not a good thing. Not one bit. That Boise can keep Penn State honest through the air. That's gonna cause some damage. It just is. So we have 11:38 left in the third quarter. Penn State now only has a 69.3% chance to win this game. Madsen's averaging over 10 yards per pass attempt, so they're getting Penn State through the air right now. Only 11 more likes to go until 400. The drive may open up the box for Jenny to do his thing without 50 guys dragging him down. Yeah, Big Ten quick talk. I agree with that. Thank you for being a moderator. Josh Hart, Boise winning this game with Genty over under 100 yards would be the biggest surprise of the playoffs. It would also show that James Franklin should get fired. Okay, kickoff by Boise State. Thank you, Marcus Sutton, for encouraging people to like the video. I appreciate that a lot. So, yeah, Boise is now Dirk Cutter is wrecking Tom Allen, just body slamming him. So 1st and 10, it will be a handoff to Katron Allen. Allen breaks a tackle, gets about a gain of 9 out to the 34 of Penn State. It'll be 2nd and 1. And it is no huddle. They're going to take a shot. Aller heaves it deep, and it's almost intercepted right there. Not a good ball thrown whatsoever. Number 7 right there, Amarion McCoy, had a chance to pick it off, but it went right through his hands. It was to Amari Evans, but he threw it well behind Amari Evans. Aller did. He's just not having a good day. Aller's 10 of 20 for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's very hit and miss. I just think you got to trust the run game right here. They're going to run it with Katron Allen, and Katron Allen goes out of bounds. And Benefield pushed him enough to get him off balance. Yeah, that was a big gain right there. 1st and 10 at the 43 right there. Nearly a 29-yard run. And we do have an injury timeout here. Herbert Gums, nose tackle for Boise State, is down. 312 pounds, 6'1". They have to help him up, and we've hit a commercial break. Over 400 likes, guys. We've done it. Thank you very much. Obviously, I'd like to hit 500, but I'll leave it up to you guys to do that and just continue to encourage you all. Also, 800 concurrent viewers. What are you guys thinking right now? Wesley Concert, please leave Franklin in Arizona. Yeah, I understand that. Chimichanga guy, James Franklin doing James Franklin things, choking against top teams. It certainly seems like that right now. Josh Hart, is PSU's OC nervous? No, I think that Kotelnicki is trying to hit. I think Penn State's trying to just get out of there. Like they're trying to hit the easy button. In a not easy way. What they should be doing is just running their running backs over and over and over again. In my mind, but that is what it is. Chris Moore, 2 more players injured for Boise State. Yeah, I think that Penn State's just slowly wearing them down and tiring them out. They're mixing up tempo. That's a good part of Kotelnicki's plan here. And Baker, I'm a Michigan fan, by the way. So, yeah. Alrighty, well, some commercials here. We'll get back to this game soon. A takeaway so far in the third quarter is that Cutter is calling a better game than Tom Allen and Andy Kotelnicki. Like, Boise State right now is coaching like they have the better staff. And as for Penn State's not executing. Their players aren't. So, just is what it is right now. Penn State given a 73.5% chance to win. If you didn't hear me already, I think that Boise State right now is out coaching Penn State, using better formations, calling better plays. They're balancing being finesse and physical, while Penn State is kind of very bipolar. They either want to be all to the finesse side, all to the physical side. You got to mix in both. You just have to. You can't go all one way or another unless you go to the way of your specialty. And for Penn State, that's being physical. Like, if Penn State's going to be one-dimensional here, it should be being physical, not being cute. I don't know why they're trying to be cute as often as they are, but alas, we'll have to see. Penn State has it at their own 43. It's the third quarter, by the way. Nicholas Singleton is back there. We have 11:03 left in the game. Aller's going to hand it off to Singleton. Singleton gets a little bit of a hole, picks up just about a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 41. And it looks like Penn State's going to go a bit up-tempo, only 30 on the play clock. They do. It's going to be another handoff to Singleton, and Singleton gets some space, breaks a tackle, gets about a gain of 10. Right out to the Boise State 32. So Penn State in position to kick a field goal or to get a score. And remember, the Fiesta Bowl of not last year, because Oregon blew out Liberty 45-6, but the Fiesta Bowl of 2022, we had chaos. We had TCU beating Michigan 51-45 on that day, which was an awesome game objectively. Aller is back to pass, and he's going to take a sack right there. And that is Max. That's Max Stedge right there who got the sack. Aller's going to take about a 10-yard loss. We talked about in our matchup that Penn State has a pass rush edge on Penn State. I didn't think it'd be this bad, but Penn State's tackles are suspect in pass blocking. This is a run-blocking offensive line, not a pass-blocking one. So it's 2nd and 19 for Penn State. They're at their 41, 42-yard line, 2nd and 19, just outside of field goal range. Aller back to throw. It's going to be a pass to Tyler Warren, and Warren gets about a pickup of 5 or 6. Aller's just missing his throws. I mean, that's the real thing right here. If he makes better throws and his receivers catch the ball when he throws it to him, like Harrison Wallace and Amari Evans, this game is not even close. But these have been issues with Penn State all season long. This is their identity. This is the reality with Penn State. They struggle at consistently passing the football. So it's 3rd and 14 from the 37. It looks like Boise wants to send a blitz. Amari Evans motions from the left side of the field to the right side of the field as a receiver. Boise sends a 4-man stunt, almost gets home. Aller is going to run right up the middle, and he's going to pick up a first down with his legs. That right there is the Drew Aller that we know and love with the pickup of 15 on the ground. But there is a flag in the secondary. Looks like it might be holding against Boise State. We'll have to see. Yep. Hold on Ty Benefield. Holding Tyler Warren again, by the way. So Warren's been held several times this game. And consequently, Penn State will be very close to the red zone, if not in the red zone. All right. 1st and 10. And they're inside the 15 at the 12. Weird formation for Penn State. Got 4 people in the backfield, but there's a false start in the Nittany Lions. Could be noise induced, or maybe the team's just frustrated. It's a false start, so it'll be 1st and 15 for Penn State at their own 17. Let's get this up to 1,000 concurrent viewers, guys. And also 500 likes. Like the video if you haven't already. First and 15 from the 17. And it will be a run from Katron Allen. Felt like he got his face mask. Someone got his face mask. But alas, that's not the case. $7:53 left in the game. 2nd and 11. Allen got about a gain of 4 on the run. So still in the red zone. They right now are at the 13, 14 yard line of Boise State. Will it be another run? No, it will be a pass from Aller. Aller's going to try and maneuver the pocket, and he just has to throw it away. Does a good job of dodging the sack and then avoiding throwing it into double coverage, triple coverage. It's going to be 3rd and 11 with, again, 7:28 left in the football game. 17-14, Penn State is the score here. Drive's taken 4 minutes, 10 seconds, 62 yards on 10 plays for Penn State. A little bit too close for comfort if you're Penn State. You really want to punch this in for a touchdown right here. Aller with Allen in the backfield. It is a blitz, and Aller is going to throw it, and it's caught. Tyler Warren, touchdown Penn State. Tyler Warren with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day. Aller has his 3rd passing touchdown of the day. Huge play right there, 13-yard touchdown reception. Let's watch this play in action. Catches it. And yeah, it was good coverage right there. It was great coverage by Ty Benefield, the free safety. But didn't matter. Warren just went up, extended, and possessed it with his left arm. And that's a touchdown for Penn State right there. It'll be 24-14 if Ryan Barker makes the extra point for the Nittany Lions. So Tyler Warren, consequentially, he has about 50 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns on the day. It's actually more than that. He has 6 receptions for 63 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. Incredible day for Tyler Warren so far. Incredible. Warren has Penn State's single-season reception record with 98. 2 more receptions, he gets 100 receptions on the season, which is just insane. He is their secret weapon. He's having a much better game than he did against SMU, by the way, where he didn't even get like 50 receiving yards and had no receiving touchdowns. Ryan Barker on for the extra point here for the Nittany Lions. Snap is good, hold is good, and kick is good. 24-14 Penn State. Nice drive. That drive for Penn State took up 4 minutes, 16 seconds, 11 plays, 75 yards, and Penn State once again leads by double digits. Some statistics for all of you to digest. Both teams have a turnover. Penn State has 17 first downs to Boise's 10, 295 total yards to Boise State's 240. Penn State is 4 of 10 on third downs. Boise State is still 2 of 7. Boise State has 8 penalties for 60 yards. Penn State has 5 penalties for 40 yards. All right, guys. We're going to take a few commercials here. I'm going to drink some more water. We'll be right back. Again, if you're on YouTube Premium, this absolutely does nothing. This is basically how I make my money on these streams instead of Super Chats. I just give about a few ads on most of the ad breaks from the broadcast, but they're shorter, and that way I get to talk to you guys while also making some income. This income, by the way, is going to my college tuition. Almost all of it, because I still have a few more semesters, several more credits to take. I'm very close to getting my degree, but just not quite there yet. Alrighty. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat, and make sure we're only 79 likes away from 500 likes. Let's get to 500 likes before this video is over. That would be incredible. Okay, so will Penn State get 3 more touchdowns? Asks Baker. Yeah, because that will fulfill my 45-point prediction. It's very possible at this point. I would say they're going to get at least 1 or 2 more. So they're going to break 30. But I don't know if they'll break 40 exactly. All I need is 31 combined points for my score prediction to be fulfilled. But my prediction was basically this game would be somewhat close in the first half, Then the second half, Penn State would really pull away. And despite the fact in the first quarter it looks like Penn State would pull away earlier, it's actually played out outside of... I expected Ginty to get the long play, not Madsen and his tight end. Outside of that, the game is going somewhat to how I kind of expected it, just a little bit. Not a whole lot, of course. I'm obviously just a college football guy, college football analyst. I'm not like... I don't know everything. They say Carter got a Brycen. Yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier in the stream when they were talking about it. All right. What am I studying, asks Baker. Studying econ with a minor in something to do with data science or computer science. All right. Penn State going to win this whole thing, says Robert Husky. Really? Oh, we'll have to see about that. But I enjoy interacting with you guys in the chat. Really enjoy it. Boise State's just going to let Gabriel Nwosu's kickoff go out of bounds, so Boise State will have possession of this football here. Robert Husky, I'm a subscriber. Thank you, Robert, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Baker betting over of 80. Even my initial prediction only had a 79-point total. I mean, that's... An over of 80? It's like what Josh Hart just said. An over of 80 is insane. That's crazy. Wow, we have 21,874 subscribers. Let's try and get to 22,000 subscribers before this video is over. They have a toss to Ginty, and he gets tackled for a 1-yard loss right there. So it'll be 2nd and 11, and that was by Devon J. Thomas, number 91, right defensive tackle for Penn State. Second and 10 with 6:54 left in the game. Third quarter, 6:50 left in the third quarter. Doing way too much here. Madsen's pass is out to Cam Camper, but Camper only gets about a gain of 4, maybe 5 right there, so it'll be about 3rd and 6. Pretty long yardage for Boise to try and convert this. They've converted things like this before, but we'll have to see. All right, guys. Let's get this to 500 likes. Thank you very much. And hopefully 1,000 concurrent viewers begin to pile in. Penn State does send a blitz. They stunt. And nice catch right there. Nice throw by Matt Madsen, but nice catch by Latrell Caples. Gain of 7 right there. And Boise State gets to extend their drive. They're out to their 35-yard line. 36, actually, 1st and 10 for Boise. It will be another handoff to Ginty. Ginty gets some yards after contact, gets about a gain of 6 out to the 42 for Boise State. It'll be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6. Yeah, something that's noticeable is that Penn State's still winning the battle at the line of scrimmage overall, especially with their D-line versus Boise's O-line in run blocking. But Genty's making some things happen, keeping him a bit honest. Madsen, back to throw. It's caught, and a first down in Penn State territory out to the 46 of Penn State. And that right there was Ben Ford, backup wide receiver X behind Prince Strachan. Another conversion. And I think that Penn State's just selling out for the run right now, and therefore Ginty has some pretty simple checkdowns and even some big plays that he can make. He's having one of his better games of the season. 1st and 10 at the 46 of Penn State. Boise State has the ball. They have possession. It's going to be a run for Ginty, and Ginty gets only about a gain of maybe 2 or 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 43 of Penn State. Ginty right now, 17 carries for 49 yards. Not having an amazing game, but the fact that he is still averaging about like close to 3 yards per carry with this O-line, I think is actually somewhat impressive. And it will be another run for Genty. Genty breaks a tackle, but only gets a gain of 2. He broke a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, but only picked up a gain of 2. He'll be out to about the Penn State 40, 42 for third and 6, 3rd and 5. 3:35 left in the game. Alrighty. 3rd and 5 from the 41 of Penn State. Let's see what they can do here. Madsen back. The crowd is loud. Penn State sends a blitz. It's a quick slant, and it's caught. Conversion. 1st and 10 from the Penn State 35, and you can thank Prince Strachan, the starting wide receiver X, for that reception, and Matt O'Madsen, number 4 at quarterback, for that pass. They're just taking everything that they can get, and Penn State's giving it to them. They want to limit Genty, and they are. But Boise State right now is regaining time of possession. This third quarter is melting away. Got only 2:40 left in the quarter, the third. 1st and 10 from the 35. Madsen, back to pass. It is a blitz, but it's a gain of 6 for Boise State. Jalen Reed with the tackle, and that is Matt Lauder, the tight end, with the reception. So Boise State, with their passing offense, moving the ball down the field, they're at the 29 of Penn State, 2nd and 4, getting very close to the red zone, in field goal range, I would say, for Boise, or close. 5 of 5 for 38 yards on this drive is what Madsen's had. Madsen's under center. Will it be a handoff to Genty? It is, and Genty makes guys miss and gets about a gain of 8 on the ground to the Penn State 21 to pick up that first down. So now 19 for about 60 yards. He's averaging 3 yards per carry right now, doing just enough to keep Penn State's defense honest. Just enough. And this clock is melting away. It's just... probably not a good melting sound. But here we are. They motion the tight end. He's under center. Madsen is they're going to hand off to Genty again. Genty just gets a gain of 1, though, this time. And it'll be 2nd and 9 from the Penn State 20. Genty now 20 carries for 59 yards, 60 yards, about. 55 seconds left in the third quarter, which has gone by quickly ever since Boise State got the ball. But that is because Boise State currently has had the football for 6 minutes and 15 seconds, about. Let's get this up to 500 likes. 500. We're only 63 likes away, guys. And let's get in some more super chats and views. Thank you very much. And also subscribe. Thanks. Madsen back to throw. It's a check down. And it's a slant, and there's a touchdown for Boise State, but there is a flag. Strachan with the reception. It was a 20-yard receiving touchdown, but there is a flag. And there's hands to the face on the offense. Number 65, Hall Schmidt, the right tackle. So Penn State gets a break right there. Boise's going to have this one taken all the way back for 15 yards. That's gonna be 2nd and 24 from the Penn State 35. Yep. Second and long, 2nd and 24. Penn State does send some pressure. It's tipped. He passes it to Genty, and it's a 2-yard TFL by Dominic DeLuca, the second-string middle linebacker, number 0 for Penn State, who had 2 interceptions against SMU and a pick 6. It'll be 3rd and 25. Boise out of field goal range. This will be the end of the third quarter. Penn State 24, Boise State 14. So the fourth quarter, the last quarter of the game, will commence very soon. Oh man, this game, I'm telling you, this could be a tight one. Oh, just my ears need a bit of a breather there. All right, we're only 51 likes away from 500. Let's get those numbers up. Gonna quickly have a bit of an ad break here, and then, yeah, I'll answer your questions. Again, if you're on YouTube Premium, I keep mentioning this, but that's just to keep the YouTube Premium users entertained. This doesn't affect you. You know, I will say with the scoreboard, it's like definitely a learning curve because I have to call the game. I want to take notes if possible, and I have to keep track of the time and also the possession and all those different things. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think that tomorrow will be a pretty good day. Like, this is kind of a test. What do you guys think of the scoreboard? I'll ask that again because I know the ads take a little bit to cycle through. All right, guys. Troy Mantle, SEC was so overrated this year. I want to pump the brakes on that just a bit to see how Georgia does against Notre Dame, how Texas does against AZ State, what happens down the road if they, have members in the semifinals. But I do think the SEC is not the same dominant conference they were, like, let's say, 5 years ago. I think even when Kirby Smart won those national championships, it was pretty clear that the SEC, like, in the middle and even toward the top, did not quite have, like, several elite teams. Like, let's say 2019. Georgia was top 5. LSU and Bama, power ratings-wise, were top 5, top 4. Definitely Bama when healthy. LSU, obviously they won it all. In 2020, Georgia was 10th. Florida at their peak was a pretty good team. A&M was top 10, probably top 6. Alabama was the best team in the nation by a mile. Yeah, ultimately, the SEC is not what it was under Prime Saban. But I'm going to say for now, pending, my opinion on this is pending because it will and can change depending on the playoff results. I still think the SEC is a little bit the deepest conference in the nation, but I could be wrong. All right. So, yeah. What question was I going to answer? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Someone said, Blitz Aller every down. He doesn't know what to do. Panics every time. Brian DeLatch. That is a very good comment. DeMoney5675. Welcome in the chat. Reaction to Bama versus Michigan. That was toxic. That's my reaction to that. But go blue, nonetheless. All right. Madsen throws the ball deep, and it's picked off. It is picked off by Penn State right there. Number 6 for the Nittany Lions picks it off. Penn State gets a turnover. And that, for number 6, is Zakee Wheatley, the free safety. But there is a flag. Flag on the play. There's a flag on the play, though. Is it holding? Is it a block in the back? Let's see what it is. Result is an interception. Penn State gets a 15-yard penalty, by the way, guys. Oh, got a super chat. Let me quickly read it. I think it's appropriate here. Claire Hosick, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it a lot. You're doing very well. So much better than just listening to the TV. Thank you, Claire, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, and I try my best. Thanks. Someone was talking about the SEC, and that distracted me from something that I was getting to. Was it the likes? Or I don't know exactly what that was. But we're in the fourth quarter. Concurrent viewers are going up. Let's try and get to 1,000 by the end of the video. 1,000 concurrent viewers would be pretty incredible. But yeah, Penn State picked them off. So Boise now has 2 turnovers. Not just 1, but 2 turnovers. Now, how are we doing on subscribers? We are at 21,884 subscribers. All right, come on, guys. We can get up to 22,000 subscribers by the end of the third quarter. I'm confident we can get 112 of you subscribed. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're at 21,884 subscribers. Help us get up to 22,000 subs. That would be quite the night. Thank you. Oh, I think I was talking about the clock, like the scoreboard. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. What do you guys think about the scoreboard? Let me know what you think about the scoreboard, guys. That's what it was. Jeff Archer, Sam, I started watching you every week this year. Your quality has gone up every week. Keep it up. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it very much. Really appreciate it, Jeff Archer. Adam Pearl, thank you for the $2 super chat. You're first. If you do have a comment, I will read it, but thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it very much. Someone said Boise State's trash, but that's not the case. And again, Adam, thank you for your first ever super chat on College Football with Sam. Up, deny Dennis Sutton. Getting a little bit handsy with Genty. Crazy. All right, 14:48 left in the game. Penn State has possession. 24-14. And it is going to be a run by Drew Aller with a gain of about 5 or 6 out to the 31 of Penn State. It'll be 2nd and 5. Only 111 subscribers more until we hit 22,000. Let's do it. The scoreboard is magnificent. Thank you, Volcano. All right, Aller, weird snap, but he still gets a gain of 4 anyway. That was kind of a nice improvised play by Drew Aller. And Scott Cromwell, very quickly, I will guarantee that I will answer you if you donate, but I may anyway if the time is right during the commercial break without. So make that decision. And Aller back to throw and incomplete. He was targeting Khalil Dinkins, number 16, the tight end, but it's 4th and 1 with 13:39 left in the game. Incomplete right there. So 13:39 left in the game. It is 4th and 1. Penn State will punt. Huge missed opportunity there from the Nittany Lions. Riley Thompson back to punt. And it's fair caught by Boise State at their own 25. That was a massive waste of a possession right there from Penn State. I don't know what they were doing. All right. I'm going to blow my nose and also take a commercial break. But, guys, we're only 109 away from 22,000 subs. I know that feels like a lot, but we have 811 concurrent viewers on. I know we can get 100 new subs. And, again, you guys won't want to miss tomorrow. because tomorrow we go live for all 3 of the quarterfinal games. So I'll insert some ads here, and I'll be... And welcome back, everyone. We'll see what you all have to say in the chat. Just subscribe. Thank you, Rounds. I appreciate it. Baker, commercial break on a live stream of the game is wild. Well, it's the only way I can take breaks and also earn income, because I don't want to make it so that you all only have to super chat to talk with me. So it's better to just insert ads. But I get the sense that maybe you were joking there. Anyway, Boise State, 1st and 10 from their 24, and Madsen just had to dirt it in the ground, thrown incomplete at 2nd and 10. Don't know if that might be intentional grounding, though. Maybe it will be. But Boise State, that play only took like 9 seconds. And here we are. There is a flag. They are going to call intentional grounding right there on Madsen. So it'll be like 2nd and 20 for Boise State right now. We just broke 21,900 subscribers. I appreciate that from you guys. We only have 99 subscribers left to go before we hit 22,000. So please, just if you're watching on the screen, you'll see it right here. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. In fact, I'll keep that up. Oh, wow. That was a miss right there from Madsen. Trying to hit Lauder over the middle as tight end. Just off of his fingertips. It's 3rd and 21 now from the Boise State 13. So Penn State can get favorable field position here. Very favorable field position if they get a stop. But that's a big if. 3rd and 21 from the 13 of Boise. Madsen hands it off to Genty. Genty is in space. Genty is a 1st down and more. Out to the 40. That is his longest rush of the day. It is a long of 27, and it was perfectly blocked. Penn State was preparing like it was a pass. They did not expect the run, and Boise keeps their drive alive. Big play by Ashton Genty. Big play right there. And that puts him at 86 yards and 21 carries, now averaging over 4 yards per carry. 1st and 10 at the 39. Madsen looking deep and incomplete. Overthrew his man. That was Cameron Bates, 3rd string slot receiver, but there is a flag on the play. Wonder who it's going to be on. Pass interference on the defense. We'll see right here. So Cameron Bates was in motion, and he got Zion Tracy off a bit, and Tracy just kind of held him back behind there. So pass interference right there on Zion Tracy moves Boise State into Penn State territory with 12:35 left to go in the game. First and 10 from the 49. And it will be a handoff to Genty, who only picks up about a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 48 of Penn State. You know, they've done a very good job of holding Genty. If you told me that he had over 100 yards entering the fourth quarter, I would have thought that Penn State would be ahead by a lot more than just 10 points. But alas, here we are. This is college football. It's straight up. It's college football. So we'll see what happens right here. Madsen back to throw. He is going to go deep, and it is caught. Wow. Caught right there by Prince Strachan for a first down. Nice throw by Madsen. Even better catch by Strachan, as he was well covered right there. He was covered by, I believe, was that a Davion Collins for Penn State? Doesn't matter regardless. It's going to be a handoff to Genty. Genty is just breaking tackles for Penn State. Gets about a gain of 9 or 10. So it'll be 2nd and short, or, again, another first down. Genty's beginning to wear down this defense. They're not wearing him down. He's getting very close to breaking that 100-yard mark. Boise State, by the way, is now outgaining Penn State in total yards, and they have about a 6-7 minute possession advantage on the Nittany Lions. So, not good if you're Penn State's defense here. And there's a Penn State player injured, sadly, on the ground. Thanks for all you do. Awesome to listen in on the game. Thank you, Adam Pearl, again for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Mr. Bucknuts is back. He ate a turkey sub. That sounds very delicious. This could just be me, but does anybody else hate the stupid arrow shot celebrations that Sharon Moore does? I think they're toxic, so I like them when Michigan wins because I'm a Michigan fan, but I hate them when he does it like in a game like Northwestern where you should win, or like just some stupid moment. It depends. Just very much depends. Thank you again, Adam, for the $2 super chat. Scott Cromwell says it might go into overtime. Very well could. Okay, we have 475 total likes. Let's get that up to 500 right now. And in terms of subscribers, we are 93 subscribers away from 22,000. So let's make that happen. Let's get up to 22,000 subscribers if we can. That would be awesome. Bless me right there. Yeah, that would be incredible, guys, if we can get up to those numbers. Incredible. So, thank you. Yup, 24-14. Oh, scoreboard keeps moving. It's something that is always very hard to track with how I'm trying to engage with the chat. Only 89 more subs. Come on. We can hit 22,000, guys. We have almost 800 of you on consistently. We can do this. Alex Wilder, or Wilder maybe is how you say your name, just subscribed. Droku33, good looking out on the stream, go Genty. Hashtag go Genty. Tom K, come on, go Boise State, go Boise State. And Mr. Bucknuts is correct. That 3rd and 1, Penn State should have ran it. Would have picked up a first down. They have to carry, not have to carry, but number 1 for Penn State, that is Jalen Reed, the strong safety, walks off on the field under his own weight. That's a big loss right there for the Nittany Lions. Anyway, it is 1st and 10 from the 25. They're going to hand it off to Genty. Genty just gets a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 24 of Penn State. He is second all-time. Did you hear that, guys? Second all-time in rushing yards. He's only 35 yards away from cracking Barry Sanders' record, with 3 additional games to be fair, but still, it's impressive. Madsen's going to take off running, and he's going to pick up a first down with his own legs, get out to the 11 of Penn State. It'll be 1st and 10. Boise is inside the red zone with a chance to score here, make it a one-possession game yet again. Madsen is sacked. Amin Vanover with the sack. It's about a 13-yard loss. Big sack right there. Huge sack. Abdul Carter is out, but Amin Vanover is in. And Madsen tried to get out. It's a loss of 10, correction, going from the 11 to the 21 of Penn State. It'll be 2nd and 20. Both teams have 3 sacks. Penn State's getting pressure without Abdul Carter, by the way. 2nd and 20 from the 21. Madsen back there with Genty. He's back to throw. He is going to throw. And just off the fingertips right there. Off the fingertips of Latrell Caples, the slot receiver. So it's 3rd and 20. $9:30 left to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 20 from the 21. 490 likes, only 10 more likes before we get to 500, and only 85 more subscribers before we get to 22K. Let's make those goals happen, ladies and gentlemen. Penn State does send a blitz, a big blitz, but Madsen has time, but it's incomplete, so it'll be 4th and 20 from the 21. Penn State's defense yet again coming up clutch here. Boise's ran 60 total plays for 14 points and 336 total yards. Jonah Dalmas on the field, missed from 45 earlier. This is a 38-yard attempt. Let's see if Penn State can block it yet again. And he shanks it. Not really shanks it, but just barely missed it. So Boise State comes up empty. Huge stop for Penn State on special teams. With 9:20 left in the game, Boise State still trails by 10 here. Crazy. But hey, it's the Fiesta Bowl. Yep, missed. No good yet again. All right. So, question for you all. Wow, we've almost gained 200 subscribers. Now, I will admit that is pretty incredible for just one night. So, very curious to see how these other streams do tomorrow. I imagine they'll do as good, if not better, than this one. All right, make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and also hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I release new content, when I go live Thursday to react to all these games, and also when I go live for play-by-play and color commentary for these 3 quarterfinal games tomorrow. Troy Mantle got a run, Sam. Thanks. Hope to see you back on the Huskers channel soon. You will. I'll see you, Troy. Have a great day. Have a good night. Boise would be winning by 3 without the hands to the face call and missed field goals. Just it shows how bad of a game Penn State's having. And maybe I was wrong to say that they had one of the better ceilings in the nation. Maybe their ceiling's just a lot lower than I expected it to be. Which, if that's the case, oh well. Like, that's kind of my reaction to that. It's just, oh well. So we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, all right. Yay, we hit 500 likes. That's awesome. Now all I'm going to focus on is the subscribers. If we can hit 22,000 subscribers by the end of this stream, the stream will be beyond a success. It will be above really anything I imagined it to be. So, thank you guys very much. All right, YouTube says enjoy the Zen. Be right back. Intriguing. Yep. And the game is back on. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 21. We find Drew Aller, and we find him handing it off to Katron Allen. Nicholas Singleton, correction, who only gets a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9. Aller. Back there with, I believe, Singleton. No, it is Katron Allen. Katron Allen gets through a hole, stays on his feet, gets about a gain of 13. 1st and 10 out at the 35 of Penn State. Another good run by Katron Allen. And Hassanian's out for the night, guys, by the way. Just wanted to let everyone know that. His ankle's been taped up. He's done, which is sad. It sucks. Only 80 subscribers away from 22,000. Thank you guys so much. It's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back there with Katron Allen. Katron Allen has blockers in front of him. Gets a gain of 8 right there, all the way out to the 47 of Penn State. Correction, out to the 40, out to the 42. Second and 3, Penn State 42, 41. 7:20 left in this football game. It's another handoff. Nope, it's not. It's a read option that Aller kept, and he got dumped for a 6-yard loss. So it'll be 3rd and long for Penn State. It'll be a 3rd and 9 from their own 35 right there. Aller kept the ball. Don't know why he did, and he got dropped. That was Tubner in the backfield. Tubner's returned from injury. One of their best safeties. Impact player. And now 3rd and 8, 6:36 left in the game. Penn State's going to pass. Boise State's going to send pressure. They do send 5. Aller is all day. He throws it, and it's caught by Trey Wallace. Yeah, Harrison Wallace III. Boom. Gain of 9. Just enough to extend this Penn State drive. 1st and 10. 5:57 left in the game. And it's 1st and 10 at the 45 of Penn State. They're going to keep it on the ground. And Nicholas Singleton loses about 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. But the clock still moving. I did not expect this to be this close of a game by the score. But it is what it is. All right, we only need 79 subscribers. Probably won't reach 22,000 by the end of the game, but that's okay. Just try and get those numbers up as much as you can. If you aren't already subscribed, please do. 2nd and 13 from the 42. They're bleeding that clock, Penn State is. It's going to be a handoff to Singleton, and Singleton's gone. He's gone. It'll be a touchdown for Penn State. Nick Singleton busts through, touchdown Penn State, 30-14. Booyah. He's gone. 58 yards for number 10. And Penn State's first rushing touchdown of the night. That puts them at 212 rushing yards on 37 carries. 7 plays, 79 yards, 4 minutes, 26 seconds drive time. Penn State has punched their ticket to the Orange Bowl, where they will play for an opportunity to go to the national championship game. Right there. That's it. That's that right there. Ryan Barker, kick is up and it's good. So Penn State 31, Boise State 14. And Penn State's going to win this. All right, I'm gone, so I guess I can unsub now. Was fun listening with y'all. No, that's all good. Alrighty. Was fun listening with y'all. Have a good night, Josh Hart. Wow. That's game right there. Good effort by Boise, though. They fought hard. They fought very, very hard. So good for them. Gabriel Nwosu kicks this off. And Boise's going to try a return here. But Genty is dropped at his own 10. So Boise will have a very long field now. I might be wrong. I think I just lost like 50 subscribers from saying the game is over. All right, Madsen back to pass. It's dropped, but there is a flag. DJ Cook, I had Boise plus 14. Ouch, DJ. I feel for you. And yeah, Nick, Boise is nothing to be ashamed of. Good season for him. First and 15 from their own 5. Boise's going to have a very long drive on their hands. All right, Madsen back to throw. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15. But there is a flag thrown. And roughing the passer called on Denai Dennis Sutton. Boise State's drive will be extended. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. Let's try and get to 22,000 before the end of the game. That'd be very, very helpful. First and 10. And whistle, probably false start on Boise. The Middleman Podcast, thanks for doing this. Amen. Baker, pick 6, please. Let's see. Alrighty. Madsen throws incomplete. But there is a flag. It's going to be PI. Yep. Prince Strong. Prince Strachan. Yep. PI. Going to extend the Boise drive with the first down. Is the clock right? Yes, Middleman Podcast. The clock is right. It is a screen to Caples, tackled for a 1-yard loss by Tony Roas, the great linebacker. All right, Madsen back to throw. He's going to try and throw it deep. Almost picked off. It'll be 3rd and 10, 4:13 left in the game. They'll hand it off to Genty. And he's tackled for a 2-3-yard loss by Dennis Sutton and Keziah Izzard. And 4 minutes to go. It's 4th down and long. Yep, 3:54 left in the game. And Dennis Sutton is hurt. Ohio State versus Penn State. Beck is out. Don't count out Notre Dame, and do not count out Texas or Oregon. I'm telling you. It is not obvious who the best 2 teams in the country are. I think it's likely, it's favorable that the best teams in the country are Ohio State and Oregon. But it's far from a guarantee. Far from a guarantee. All right, guys, we're toward the end of the stream. So I'm going to start actually writing down some just general takeaways of the game. I'm going to start editing stuff here so that I can do my instant reaction a few minutes after this is all said and done. Thank you again for liking, for subscribing, for hitting the bell. Again, guys, hit the bell if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel and like the video. Doing those things helps us out a ton here on College Football with Sam. It's 4th and 12. Boise will go for it with 3:44 left in the game, and it's picked. Intercepted by Zion Tracy. And that right there is the ceremonial ball game. Wow. That will be the third turnover for Boise State on the day. And they're going to hand it off to Katron Allen. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. So Penn State, 212 rushing yards, 5.7 yards per carry, a touchdown. And then Boise State doesn't even have 100 rushing yards, and they're averaging 2.8 yards per pop. I mean, this is just Penn State's defense showed up when it mattered. They have some weaknesses in the secondary, some issues tackling. We knew that, but overall they've put on a show right here, right now. Only got 3:31 left, and I think that Boise State called their first timeout. Yes, they did. And they hand it off to Singleton. Singleton gets out about a gain of 2. Third and 8. 3:26 left in the ball game. Wow. Wow. Whew. Good stream, guys. Elite stream. Thank you. Today, we gained almost 100 subs. I think a lot, either a lot of bots subscribed and YouTube just killed them, or we lost a lot of probably Boise State subscribers after I said booyah. I felt bad unsubbing. Yeah, come on, Josh. You should subscribe again. It doesn't mean anything. Like, if you, by that I mean, it means something for me, but if you subscribe to the channel, it's not gonna, like, affect you in any way negatively. Yeah, we'll be on for Oregon, Rose Bowl. We'll be on at the Sugar Bowl. We'll be on for the Peach Bowl. Also, the bots don't help. They're just everywhere. All right, 4th and 5. Boise called their final timeout. Penn State's going to go for it. They'll take the delay of game, Penn State will, and they'll punt up 31-14. Wow. Yeah, Ohio State, Penn State's either gonna rematch with OSU or Oregon if they win their bracket. Maybe against Texas. Highly unlikely they'll play Arizona State for the Natty, although that would be insane. Yeah, Penn State 217 rushing yards, Boise State 98. Genty is going to get over 100 right there, or close to that. He'll get like only needs one more carry to really get 100. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the 13. Genty gets about a gain of 4. Now he's at 100. 27 carries, 102 rushing yards. Pass by Genty out to the 27. That's Matt Lauder. Genty gets stopped for a pretty sizable loss. And the 2-minute warning is here. So, oh, wow. Steve Dincher, good to see you on here. He's a member of the Discord server. By the way, everyone, if you haven't already, because I have not really advertised this stream, if you haven't, please join our Discord server via the link in the pinned comment. We talk college football 24/7. We love talking college football. So please, if you haven't already, do us a favor and join the Discord server. I would appreciate that very, very much if y'all would go and do that. So, yeah, Steve Dincher is in our Discord server. He says, announcer, Penn State doing a great job bottling GT up. You're an otherworldly talent when getting 100 yards is, quote, bottled up, unquote. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Oh, just apparently, yeah, we got Oregon and Ohio State fans arguing. All right. Oh, wow. I think we're good for tonight. I'm a little bit tired. The game is over. Yeah, I think I'm going to get to work on my instant reaction, guys. So, thank you for coming on. Does it still say it's... No, thankfully it says the fourth quarter. Okay, I just wanted to make sure of something. So yeah, it is the 2-minute warning. I am kind of thinking of... Yeah, we'll get off here. So thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate you all coming on. The game... D-Gom. It's 31-14 with the 2-minute warning. Boise has no timeouts. The game's over. So, I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Because at this point, it's just going to be Boise State drawing out this game further. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Armand. I think we rocked it. I think we did. Happy New Year, everyone, by the way. Great night. Happy New Year. By the way, whoever said that Ohio State's the laughing stock of college football doesn't know what they're talking about, to put it very kindly. And Michael Valadez, no, I don't think there will be Red Baron tomorrow, but maybe. We'll have to see. So, I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day, everyone, and I will say bye-bye.